players to keep a firm eye on. The same on the other side for Versailles. We do have a fantastic match ahead of us, a best of 7 here at EWC. This is the penultimate game of the day after this Optic versus FaZe. More on that later. You won't want to go too far. I mean, what a superb Saturday for a Call of Duty fan.
Looking forward to this. Well, versus the Gentlemates, it has been clear-cut across the board. They have had the advantage against this team. I think that search and destroy, especially worth noting. Gonna have 3 potentially in this series. Here we go.
Into Den. The last Den hardpoint that one of these teams will play on the year. Gentlemates will be in the red, Trunks in the blue. It's Team Falcons, and so far, I mean, it's loud in here. I'm cranking my volume.
Yeah, no, they win the opening break, though. They set the tone right from the jump. You want to get that energy flowing. Joe Deceives doing exactly that.
Still pumping around. Keeping that hard point well and truly in the firm hands of the Gentlemates for now, and Sib on the soak. It is Estrel here on your screen on the dance. Not enough to help Sib find that kill on Acelium. Looking at the mid-cut pinch. Now the Falcons trying to maneuver their way around the map, looking towards that P2 position. Sib on the spawn as well. So reinforcements all over the place, but this is a nice hole punched in the Gentlemates line so far, and Kismet, who's the last man up, and a narrow battle against Ghosty there, decides it.
Hey, and you with the Falcons actually trade away maybe 10 seconds of scrap time to try to put the pressure on this P2, but the pressure has been lost. You lose the first couple gunfights, so all things considered, this is just a very strong start for the Gentlemates.
Strong indeed. Falcons have been silenced. Joseph to the pistol, to the spawn. Now, Falcons on the attack forward. Ghosty trading out with Exnid again. And this is great space and wonderful time from the Gentlemates so far, keeping the P2 contest alive. We're not really finding a whole lot of separation. The kills are flying, but it's all Gentlemates in the time.
Well, hey, this is the first time it took 2 minutes for the Falcons to find their flow, but Aluka, the man to make it happen. Still 20 seconds to fight for. And you got Selim at the old time. Yeah, still looking to collect, and a team kill rolls through. So you saw how early 2 of those Falcons players rotated. Still got an actual 10 seconds there on the old time that the Gentlemates don't even take. Exit on one side, it's going to be Kismet on the other. And the timing, perfect.
Unbelievable timing. Falcons, oh, a lovely 3 dead in the feed. Last man here on time is Joe Deceives. He battles his way forward. Now in the player cams, the Falcons have been absolutely roaring, trying to will their energy back in. Let's jump on board for a Fly Saudi check-in.
هنا دوجو ويك يا دوجو ولا عارف دوجو Nothing left on me, nothing left on me. One left on me. Two left. Yo, quickly. Create.
All left, guys.
I'm netting left.
I got all of your friends.
I can have you deep. Yo, deep on you. Nice!
Sit front.
Nice.
Push it out. You can push it out. Estrel, then Joe Deceives.
And the 5th voice in that listening, Clayster, a legend of the scene. That is essential information given in a very calm and concise manner. Will that be the difference maker with the lead change here in minutes away?
Yeah, how nice is that for some of these rookies to have in Aluka? He's been shooting his gun, 11 kills, tied with Joe Deceives to lead the lobby. And you had a moment on that previous hill where Gentlemates might have had the runaway game while Falcons burst right through. 12 more seconds of the scrap time. They're shaping up to get, I mean, Ghosty thinking about it, but he's gonna get got. Now on that rotation though, Gentlemates, they will be set up around P1. Kismet, he's taking the route.
Go to far right. He's gone all the way around and he's managed to, entirely encircle the formation of the Gentlemates. We'll see it now in the second set. Slight separation with a wonderful comeback there from the Falcons. That was a late resurgence. Mates, though, still proving strong. Joe Deceives, what a battle you're having against him on every life. But Kismet, he's gone all the way around the clock face here. Oh, beautiful work for Spree. Nearly onto the Hellstorm as well.
Yeah, it's how the Bulldog goes. He lives for these moments. A man whose mental is never shook. And hey, Selling wins the gunfight for those left side spawns. So in the long term, Falcons in a pretty good spot. Sib's going to be taking a route. Everybody else banging through the front.
So on board here with the Falcons. Excellent to the backline, broken down. That's all dead, and that's a terrible time for that to happen. That's the far left-hand side of the map. Wide open now for the Gentlemates. Opportunity for the P2 run-up.
Yeah, good plays there out of Sib. The rest of the team has the follow-up. Maybe a 10-point gap between these two teams, but Sib cleans house, gets the multi-kill. They're ready for the pinch. Joe Deceives tracking the man through the front line. These Falcons players are very far away from this P2.
Yeah, so far this is a brilliant hold from the Gentlemates. Okay, Joe's starting to turn up. Joe's going nuts. It's time for a fly. Saudi a check-in with the Gentlemates.
Back, guys. Kismet and Kissel. Turning back, guys. Turning back. Exit still front, I think, guys. Exit is still front.
Exit front, yes. Exit front.
Outer front. I'll see him.
I don't think it's front. I don't think it's front. I think we're good.
Full map.
Outer Kiss. I got horse. I'm needing outer.
Outer dead. One shot.
I'm one shot. I'm picking a nade.
Luca, one shot couch.
Close up top.
Nade close.
On the back. Exit. One shot outer, one inner. Exit. One shot outer, one inner. Exit dead.
Nice.
I'm waiting.
I need the pillar. I need the pillar.
Gotta go fast.
I need my corner though. Nice. I need one right.
Close right.
Close right.
Nice.
One couch to D. One couch to D. One guys. Wait it, boys.
One more.
I have the right pitch.
I'm wrapping Dojo. Mid's open.
Every close hard, make sure you have our beacon.
I'm wrapping Dojo. I'll get you getting lockers. I'm getting lockers.
I'm saying think of
They have a trophy here.
Two. Luca and more.
I got two. One short. Last guy full. I need a lockers. I need a lockers.
Come up, you guys down.
Every up.
Play like
Yep, that's one Dojo. Outer, one shot on you. Kiss.
I did.
Remaining out.
Spicy comms from the Gentlemates. They're still trying to fight forward, but it's the 20-point game chance. Falcons still in the lead.
Well, trying to have a little bit of a better P3 here. They got broken down and flipped out last go around. Ghosty kick-started the hill, and he's looking for the follow-up. He's got the trophies out, but he has lost all of his friends. Xnid goes and rips your heart away for Spree to make the break.
That's a bad thing to happen for the Gentlemates. There's one player on this map you don't want to get hot. It's Xnid. Our sole Saudi player here in the league, and he is an absolute maniac once he gets going. Selim here on the slow approach. We're trying to break that top right-hand side of the map, but so far, a lot of Gentlemates here to deal with. They're through the lobby, though. Kismet on the check-in. Oh, there we go. Sib, right place at the right time. Selim pumps the brakes.
A lot of key gunfights being won by the Falcons, including at the old time. So it is a very scattered mini-map. Luca on the pinch, able to get the freebie kill, takes care of the trophy, and well, there's a single team kill. Might be the bailout moment, but Kismet closes things out, but they don't have the back spawns. He is desperate for some help.
Boy, the bang out. That's nice work out of the Gentlemates to immediately put that pressure on. They had the advantage, and now they're pressing forward. Luca down and out off the rooftops. It's 3 dead.
Never got those spawns. Gentlemates, this might be their takeover moment. Sib there, good for 3. Estriel's going to be that frontline blocker, and the back spawns fully secured. Falcons right now, they're debating on what route they want to take, so a little bit of hesitation. It's a moment. They're far away. 20 seconds left on the time. They've just now grouped.
Good work here again on the pressure, but we're still holding Gentlemates. 15 to go. There's the contest. Kismet bangs his way in, Selim on the last few, and it's a 1v1 for the old time. That is that. Cell wins it. A big one indeed. We're going to keep fighting forward. But for now, Gentlemates still on the back foot. Next set upon us, and we've already got Falcons in position. Mid-cut hit, though, from Estriel and Sib is on.
Yeah, they're just going to make you work for it. Kismet, lone man, overwhelmed. No trophies. Nade right to the dome. Selim on the back line. Well, he's getting wicked with it, but he just gets taken down. Can't even shoot his gun. Gentlemates, this has been about a 60-point run there in the stretch. They've taken the lead.
There we go. Slow and steady. Can they maintain it? Luca goes low. Joe, not deceived by the play, finds the easy kill, and now a blue hard point for the Falcons. Kiz keeping that mid-map safe. We finally see Luca peeled off, and now 25 to play here. It might be another terrible series of events for the Falcons, dying at the worst possible time. But this time they are safe. Left-hand side still. They must hold.
Luca wins a big one, though. Yeah, the AR showing up there for the Falcons, but the P1s more or less have been on point for the Gentlemates. Massive benefit to their success, and Estriel knows the reinforcement's not quite here. He's waiting for the timing on the gunfight, but now they'll have the extra men.
This is it. Over the top, Gentlemates are here. The Kismet flank might pay off in a second longer, but he has to buy that time. There we go. Sell and Kiz in the feed. It's a perfect pinch. Sib fighting. What a 2. Down and out, though. Falcons They're still swinging, and Kismet on a 3 spree.
So well timed. The crowd is bumping, and yet they remain calm, playing good Call of Duty, but the corner check there on Kismet, good enough. Trades going in the way of the Gentlemates. Luca, last man standing, overwhelmed and gunned down. Gentlemates right back in the time.
Here we go, number 2. Oh, Exnid kills them all. Exnid, Saud for 3. What a play.
Dude, every time you need a pop-off moment, that man is there. 22 and 30. The gun not quite working way he needs it to, and yet still they have the lead. Final 10 seconds of that old scrap time is going to pump them up in a spot where they can win it on this next B3.
Still rolling over now to the bottom side of the map. 20 seconds up. Gentlemates now starting to fall to the wayside. Here comes the hard point open for business. Mates are in. They have the numbers. The battle now on the left-hand side of the map, and an unbelievable spawn from number 2, Kismet. How does he do this? A tactical insertion from behind. Here he goes. Joe managing to turn a burn. Exnid yet again, and Sib has taken a tumble.
Sayonara, off the map he goes. Now you're a man down, and it's that longer respawn time. It's in control in the hands here of Falcons. 20 seconds, and they get map 1.
They are starting to feel the pressure. Shoulder to shoulder to the insider point. Exnid looking for another piece. Celium now battling. 20 for the win.
And he's flying forward. He's going to get that Dojo cut. They have everything they want.
Still holding. Dojo, the last play. Celium on the far right. Here we go. The first is good for Joe. The pressure still there. The clock ticking away as the sounds are going to start drowning you out. Joe and Estriel get in, and it's a break.
They need it to be perfect. They cannot lose this here, and they got the right side spawns for this rotation. Falcons now the foot race towards P4. They lose the gunfights on hold, and now this is the moment where you need the calm before the storm of this P4.
They've somehow survived. They've somehow held. Last man on time, Ghosty explodes on a 1v1. Joe must live. He does not. The race now on. Sib trying to hold. Hardpoint still Gentlemates.
Kismet, he's so good. He's got the extra man. There you go. The pinch is coming through from Ghosty. Kismet's gonna read it. The pinch on the tree is there, and they have done it. Kismet calls game.
An eruption on stage in Paris. As Coach Clayster tells the boy to maintain their cool. The energy, the fire being breathed out of those boys. That dragon on the end going absolutely wild. Dracarys in map 1.
And I'm telling you, these Gentleman fans know the Bulldog is not to be messed with. That final 5, I think maybe 6 spree he goes on for the final hill. He loses all of his teammates around him. He's stuck inside that AS&D room. Just shimmies over. Doesn't overcommit to the gunfight. Gets the slide chow and rips the guy off the tree heady. Gets the trade on the guy towards the pinch. Absolutely unreal stuff from Kismet in the final moments. What a hell of a map 1.
I mean, that is about as electric as it can possibly get off rip. Spectacular team kills, as is tradition here at the Esports World Cup, but my goodness, did X did make it all okay with that play. That wasn't even the end of that clip, which is insane to say. And that moment from Sib, that is a minor moment, but goodness, an extra few seconds on the respawn there certainly hurts. The final seconds of contested chance. Gentlemates had the will, they had the firepower, they couldn't get it done. Over to Mr. Chambers, who's found a Falcon fan in the crowd.
All right. I always say this, it's crazy down here. Gentlemates fans there, Falcons fans here. You, brother, what's your name?
Beto, I'm from London, East London.
All right, London man, here in Paris, enemy territory, Falcons fan, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, this is good. Seeing Clayster and the boys on the main stage, it's beautiful. This is what the esports is all about.
Yeah, it is. What's your name, brother?
My name is Salih. I'm a streamer in Falcons, esports. Hey, I have one thing to say. Emmett, you gotta cry today. You gotta cry today, Emmett. Falcons are here. Falcons, two champion. Let's go.
Yeah, go on.
We're gonna win, and we will let them cry. They all gonna cry. We will win.
All right.
Falcons get it twice, and we will get it the third time in France.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. I love these guys. They're expecting 6.
Let's go.
get it, baby.
We've lost Chambers. We've lost him. That was another one for the highlight reel. Going into map 2 swiftly.
Grab your trench coat, get ready for this map 2 for the S&D theme. Make no mistake about it, the crowd will be the 5th man for the Gentlemates. Abuza may have changed the meta for how you can play around it. Got to be ready for the mind games in the map 2. And Estriel, an incredibly intelligent player, especially so in S&D. A 2.14 KD, 1.15 kills per round. He has been a monster at this event.
He really has. He's playing, quote-unquote amateur teams, but nonetheless, that KD is very, very impressive. Falcons, though, Chancellor, when we talk about the new Falcons, this current Falcons roster, their search and destroy has been solid. And Exnid, again, that guy, pal.
Yes, this is a team that is extremely happy with the roster move they made. So much more positivity now in this camp, and just their ability to keep that resolve. That map 1, very stressful. They got the vets to make those moments, and the vets, well, a ton of experience on this map in Raid. A 0-2 record. And of course, on the flip side for Gentlemates, that 2-1 off the back of Estriel's performance. You know, Coach Glacers will be working with the boys how to turn that tide around. But Gentlemates attacking first.
You have him in the comms now as well, and this is the interesting thing.
Not in S&D, only in the respawn.
Only in the respawn?
Only in the respawn.
Lame. That's fine. The battle of the water. Joe versus Kiz. Joe walks away with a freebie. Sib joins him on the outside as well. So the pool saved that B-bomb site. Wow. Belt in the first round. Belts in the first round.
A perfect round. Every single player on the Gentlemates getting their kill. It's beautiful when a strat comes together. For the clarification, the coaches can speak in between rounds in the S&D, just not during. Respawn, they're there the whole time.
Thank God one of us has read the rulebook. Round 2 on its way. I mean, truly electric here in Paris. Really, the SCC arena is vibrating.
And I got it wrong. Estriel good for 2 there in that round. Nonetheless, perfection. Falcons on the attack. 3 men towards B. Ghosty, lone defender.
The Ghost is going to run to a spot bother. That water's going to get real hot if anyone checks it, but no, he's managed to stay in the shadow and he's gone all the way round. My goodness, the man could eat. Internal 1. Oh, and he's fired a little early. The rest of the squad will maneuver into position here, but oh dear, no. It's Exnid. Traded out immediately. Celium. Will he be found? 2 for the money window now. As you line up for a second there, Gentlemates, it could have spelt doom for you. Bomb plant by B. Here with the smoke. Joe trying to get involved. Oh dear. It's a disaster for the Gentlemates in this round.
Now, if you're Estriel, maybe you want that streak, and you're not going to get it eviscerated off the map. Falcons, immediate bounce back. You're thinking Ghosty Phelps with the speed. He was able to go on that pinch, is able to make the impact play. It's a perfect plant spot coming in from Maluka. We see all the time the players go for the left side. It would have been a free kill for him. I think Falcons, that was cooked up. I think they were ready for that strat. Gives him an inside of Tiki. Had the awareness to go for that turn. That is heads-up gameplay here on Raid.
The teamwork through smoke as well. A little bit of magic there, not an easy thing to do. It all depends on how that smoke looks on your screen. But the boys managed to walk away with that one. 1-1. Going into the 3rd round now. And the A-bomb site looks to be our target. Plenty of Falcons here to deal with this one, but with the ordnance thrown, lethals and tacticals all now exhausted, it does look like a B here. Nobody home here. It's going to be a Luca on the late push.
Well, it's Estriel. Estriel, all this is on him. It's double pinch rolling through. He's good for 1. Estriel good for 2, and Estriel is going to call the round for his team. Now you just got to execute in a 4 versus 2.
That's a shock indeed. Well, now, Aluka and Celium. We put their newfound teamwork to the test here. We go see from top ed. Outstanding work, Gentlemates. They picked them apart 2 by 2. Goodbye. Advantage to them.
And it's stock and standard, the optimal strat. You post a man all the way in depth towards garage. When you're going for this pinch, there's so many things you have to check. His HUD might be hideous, but the shot and the awareness, anything but.
I tell you a thing or two about hideous HUD. That one's not that bad. I'll tell you what. You know me, baby.
You're demonic.
Lovely bit of work out of Estrel so far. The animal, the true animal. Striking again was a 2-2 split here for the Gentlemates towards the Falcons, set up here towards A. And young Joe in laundry. And I tell you what, he's not putting his socks together. He's looking for another kind of pair.
Ooh, there goes Joe.
What a
nade for the
nade.
damage. The hunt is good.
What a nade. And now he's just a skid mark on the backside of the building.
Oh, an excellent moving. Yeah, no, he is hunting. This is 0 time wasted. You're getting red, though. Ghosty heads up for the kill. It's a 3v3.
Kiz, so safe, so sneaky, so dangerous. The Lanimal! Wait a minute. Now to sell. All on a Ghosty from the back tree now, forced forward. Has to win the 2v1 and defuse.
There's just no time. Selling the man that is impossible to kill. He's going to throw 37 shoulders or just drop them immediately. Falcons so quick, so clean. Great smoke side laundry steps. Exited straight in for the charge. Nade damage on Joe. The hunt perfect after the fact. And, well, Kismet in the cheeky spot. He's got the drop.
Estrel's POV on this one. Oh, look at that.
Meanwhile, Sellium, the most unique POV in Call of Duty history.
It's nearly impossible to learn from him because it's so hard to replicate.
Yeah, he one of one.
Well, 2-2. And Luca yet to get himself on the board for the Falcons. A-bomb site starting to pop. Bit of smoke and everything there. That's not necessarily enough to draw too much of the Falcons. They are not falling prey for these tricks. The bomb is there, and they've got more players in position. But here we go. The kitchen play. Joe absolutely lets it rip in kitchen. Walks away with one.
He's got stones. Here's the call out one shot, but there's 4 different players. And hey, that's the go button. That's the bomb plant. That's a 3v3. The Gentlemates players full mid control. With the bomb plant spot, got to be a little bit delicate about these checks.
Yeah, this is a fantastic run here from the Falcons. They've managed to get back on the site rapidly. Gentlemates there with the time. There's the bomb. Very, very close to pillars in a wide open spot. Falcons are making a move. They've got to get it done faster. Estrel now through mid. Trades are fantastic. It's all down to Ghosty. And Kismet, what a play. He knows exactly where he is. Going for the run, but it might not be enough on time. It's not going to work out. And Ghosty turns for the kill.
I have no idea how he knew that player was behind him. That's a comm from one of his teammates. If we're not rocking Ninja on land and you can just hear it through the crowd. Either way, he makes the read. A look at the first nice gunfight, but it's this square up right here against Ghosty. That was the gunfight that seals it. Ghosty very heads up play afterwards, but just ironed up, ready for that long range fight. Gentleman's got another.
Double birds. And we ain't talking about the Falcons and the Ravens. And I will say this crowd is so loud, it's almost impossible to decipher any meaningful information out of them. It is just a wall of noise. And that noise has just doubled in its decibels. What a round from the Gentlemates.
Estrel's gonna stat pad his way through this tournament in S&D. He's got the 2.0 plus coming into it and just eviscerates them in this round. They line up for him. I don't know how he can see past all this yellow, but he is able to get it done.
That's not yellow, that's gold. Pure gold out of Estrel. And the slow-mo gives it this sort of like late 2000s montage vibe.
Well, now it's a bait, though. That's the exact same smoke, but we're going over towards B. Sib's got the kitchen cross, but 2 players wrap back towards basketball. Go to Sibs. Well, he's going to be inside a Tiki, and we're thinking about the pinch. Last time, it was the pinch play that sealed the deal. This time, it's Sib's responsibility. The bomb just now going down.
We're close, though. Falcons are...
Or got through.
Oh,
he got red!
Oh, wow! He drops the bomb. Kiz through Tiki, Cell through mid. Over the way we fly, and that's where the bomb will be planted.
And, you know, blink and you miss it. Estrel on a 5 spree, 12-3, and he's planting. That should be a Hellstorm.
Yeah, well, it truly could be Hellstorm. So close.
It's actually further away than I think.
And we're still, I see a couple of kills. If that bomb detonates as well. 35 on the clock. Here we go, boys. Falcons attempted retake. Estriel fiending for the kill. Fiending for it and over the top. No, it's going to be Kismet from inside the smoke. Joe a little further away. And they have to try to find the check here. They have to try to find the check. And at the Genomates, they have somehow done it. And the fans this time round, they do aid their team.
Fifth man.
The fifth man. And we're not talking about the coaches.
Yeah, no mystery about this one. Estriel, great read. Yeah, the middle of the map was open, but heads up there in the comms department. Gentlemate's good for it, and once again, Ghosty on Aluka, able to get it done.
It happens. I mean, one day it might hurt them a little bit more than it helps them, but just got to ask Optic about that. Here we go, folks, another 2-2, or closer to a four-man hit. And I'm not exactly sure how the kitchen looks right now, but Estriel, under the cover of his mute field, takes control of mid.
It's zooming. Very nice for the rest of the players on Gentlemates when you have this space taken. Gonna save the nade for later. Has Sib here on Overwatch and exited right now. He's gonna be dancing with two. Gets out of dodge, but that's a bomb plant. Selling here for the lateness. Estriel, though, gets the first blood, and he is doing everything.
Wait. Back on a Sib. Aluka now on the 1v4. And a worthy attempt, but nowhere near enough. Gentlemates rip the Falcons to pieces.
And on an efficiency level, Estriel just had one of the finest S&D performances all year. If that went to around 11, he would have dropped 20.
We will remember Estriel as one of the finest search and destroy players from this tournament, without a doubt. He's making a quick exit, he's explaining nothing. Drop a map like that, do not elaborate. The final plays really was impressive. The three-piece by Stairs, that was something for the whole map long. Outstanding work. Well, Gentlemates looking pretty solid after the search and destroy. To my guy Shift over in the studio.
Thanks, boys. Appreciate you. Yeah, wow. I mean, after the fireworks at map number 1, I was thinking just based on that head-to-head is gone, that Gentlemates are going to struggle a little bit to figure out what this new Falcons roster was going to do in search, but apparently Estriel had other plans in mind.
Yeah, he had other plans, Alan. And honestly, a lot of the strats for Falcons, I didn't really hate. Like a double flank all the way through the gym. He's just waiting for them all the way back garage. The water stairs, they just kind of line up for him. If you think about it, just Estriel just had a great performance in that map. Everything they tried to do, he was the man to shut it down. And he's had a couple of legacy search and destroys this event.
Feels like every time that we look back upon the last couple of months, we've always pointed to, like, if only this player, if only that player on every single team, and all of them are showing up this week. Unbelievable stuff. So the search and destroy goes very comfortably to Gentlemates, but throughout the map number 1, less than comfortable, really, for both teams, just a straight up back and forth until the Bulldog shows up.
Yeah, I mean, Bulldog had a good map. And you think about it, Exnid started extremely slow. You know, he's nading his teammates. It was that big streak that he had on the P2 final rotation, Alan, where he got like 3 kills after nading his teammate, and you're like, okay, they have a chance in this game. And, you know, when it comes down to the stretch, when we end on that P4, the advantage was in the hands of the Gentlemates. You thought that they could close it out, but so much pressure coming in from the side of the Falcons, and it's Kismet with the sustain, like, just huge individual effort, but also together. Like, these guys were making huge plays when they needed to, answering the call.
It's just one of those things that's just, we look at how quick the rapid development has been over a player like Exnid, let alone the development of the team at large with the addition of Aluka, and it almost still feels like a fever dream a little bit watching these guys play.
This is that play that we were just talking about as well, Exnid's 3-piece. And when you think about that P2, even the way that it started, Alan, they took a super risky approach. You had Exnid all the way in the back, and Kismet on that wide flank around, right? So they're comfortable setting up these risky plays with the big payoff, and you see that's why these guys are undefeated in respawn so far here at the Esports World Cup.
Yeah, it's been unbelievable, and it's just another one of those moments that you look at it and you say the maturity just instantly there. Yeah. You find the veteran presence with Cell and Skiz without question, but to see Exnid and Aluka also following up on plays like that has been undeniable. So 1-1 the map count, kind of giving your early thoughts before we jump into the back half of this series?
Yeah, well, the Gentlemates are going to have to find a way to win a respawn against this team. Nobody's cracked that code so far here at EWC. My biggest talking point coming into this series was how in the overload, well, for Gentlemates, their best overload isn't in the map pool at this event, in exposure, right? So they're going to be tested. You have to win one of these overloads. The gridlock, huge opportunity here for the Gentlemates.
That's a nice little setup, but a little bit more of the in-depth on the ground reporting. We've got Enigma, Bias Caster ready to go, the Gentlemates fans.
We are in the depths of the crowd here in Paris, in the heart of the Gentle Suits. And I don't know if you're picking it up anywhere near as much as we are, but it's incredibly loud in here. And for everything that's being shouted and said, my friend, we're getting to watch this series incredibly tight. Talk me through that map one.
Listen, I have to say, that was the best hard point we've seen out of Gentlemates. They didn't win it. They weren't able to close it out. Exnid, he had a really slow start, but by the end of it, he was making the heroic plays for Team Falcons. But the reason they just got loud behind us is because the Falcons fans, and I think the guy with the G2 jersey, have joined in and trying to rile them up.
Yeah, there's a hell of a lot of back and forth going on here. Some pocket of Falcons fans over there trying to be as loud as possible. Of course, they take that map one, look great off the back of it. No one's really figured out how to stop them in the respawns. Mates get close, but just don't get it done. Where they do get it done is inside map 2. Some great S&D.
Bang, 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 bang. Listen, what are they feeding Estriel? We were talking to Brox earlier during the pre-match stuff, and I need to know what they are feeding him because he's already been looking so much better the past couple of months, but this weekend he has hit another tier, giving us 14 in S&D. Are you kidding me? He's playing like a superstar right now. I don't think you are any happier than if you were a Gentlemates fan right now.
No, absolutely not. But it's, of course, one apiece in the series right now, and the Gentlemates fans are going to be wanting to will their team on to victory. So, ladies and gentlemen, Gentle! Gentle! Gentle, gentle, gentle! Let's do this.
I think it's really exciting that we're doing these new segments here at EWC. And of course, Ian Chambers gets to go into the crowd and really talk to superfans. That segment, there was no sort of chaperone. It was just two superfans going wild.
Going crazy, enjoying themselves, and I mean, doing it from across the pond. I know about the history between England and France. I'm disappointed.
Me too. Me too. No, everyone's having a great time here. Sib, despite his nonchalant appearance, he's also having a great time.
He's been chalant today.
There was a degree.
It might have been AI. I'm not sure. It didn't look real, but also it sort of did. It's a scary world.
Yeah, it was quite confusing. Yeah, it was quite confusing. A degree of chalantness was squeezed out of Sib today. Well, overload on its way. We'll see how that goes because, of course, Search and Story going the way of the Gentlemates. If you just join us 1-1 here in this best of 7. We're diving into the overload in a moment. Gridlock, I believe, is our destination. We'll see how the Falcons fare because they do enjoy themselves some overload.
And of course, Ghosty loading up on water just in case he earns a hellstorm. He needs something to drink when he calls it in. Pay attention to that in the player cams. On the flip side, maybe a mystery Falcons player taking a flight somewhere off the stage. I need to wait for that guy to get back. In the meantime, getting the headsets on, geared up, ready to go. Coach Mayhem for the Gentlemates speaking to the boys. And of course, 3-time world champion Clayster on the other side. Honestly, excited to do another listening with the Falcons just to pay extra attention to how much he is truly coming for the team. An interesting battle as we are doing a side row.
It's been interesting seeing the addition of so many non-native English speakers into the league, the expansion, especially here in the Call of Duty League. That has been a major talking point. Comms. English is a second language, Call of Duty is a third. And many times, conversations had around, yes, certain things are easy to say in English, certain things getting lost in translation, and mixing these squads with, Aluka, a German player, Exit from Saudi Arabia, Kismet from the United States, and Celium from Mars. Incredibly complicated communication style.
It'd be nice if he returned from his home planet, made his way to the main stage. That would be the missing guy up top. Well, he has made his return, taken his seat. Gentlemate's just almost bored, waiting for him to get back in the mix for this gridlock overload.
Well, going to be an easy one. We've seen plenty of gridlock here at Esports World Cup, and I will say it's fast becoming one of my favorite maps to watch. Very exciting game. Scar's been left by the wayside, very much so. It feels like Den. I think we've had 2, but the gridlocks have been very enjoyable indeed. Got to play to your advantage, play to your strengths. Right now, one of the many strengths we have in the menu this Gentlemate's crowd, and Lou brought up their stamina. They definitely got the cardio to get themselves through this best of 7. And some of them will be absolutely sticking out, because after this, directly after this match, FaZe versus Optic, more on that later. But now it looks like Selim has returned. And it is now time to get to map number 3.
Falcons, of course, have that sports psychologist they are working with, helping out the team, and you can see those results in the map number 1. Staying on top of it, staying calm in front of this crowd. It is a party here in Paris. The Gentlemate's looking to give them something to celebrate.
We always talk about this, the first time you play in front of a hostile crowd as a player is a very memorable time. Of course, X did now plenty of experience on this, but for Luca, this really is an interesting one. I mean, you might have had a cheer or two coming in, but really, this is overwhelming.
I think he's fine.
He's fine.
Honestly, I feel like having champs be that first go is truly a baptism by fire. Yes, the crowd is a different experience, but just a different stress from the champs environment for every other major. Well, here we go for the gridlock overload. Everybody's trying to dodge these nades. No trophies, and Aluka, well, there he is. First blood on Joda Sieves. Sib already back down, and these Falcons are flying.
Yeah, this is not a problem in the slightest. Oh, excellent cell. Oh, my word. Joe back to spawn instantly. Got to win a big one here. Kiz on the attack. That's a perfect Semtex. We're going to get a little bit of damage. We're still running the EMP forward. Selim, the man with it in his hand, and that is a clean dispatch in the first. Back to the middle of the map we now go, and Kismet, oh my god.
They just ran him. Well, good news is you cleared out most of your spawn. Exnid, though, if he gets 2, this could turn into a rally capture, and I think he's got the gunfight beat. There you go, drops Ghosty. And you pick up the guy on the pinch. Aluka making the heads-up play. Go get that device. The right side is open.
You've completely now sanitized the middle of the map. That is all yours, Falcons. You can do with it as you please. EMP still under a watchful eye. And we're still looking towards that top left-hand side of the minimap with Ghosty battling tooth and nail. He and Estriel will find their way forward. Selim, the brakes firmly pumped. He's in park right now, and he's not leaving the middle of the map without a kill or 2 to his name. Exnid, wow. Sib going high. Sib good for 3. He sure is. Wonderful hole in the middle.
Yeah, Selim had one of those moments where he's looking for a ghost, not a ghosty, so watch the pinch for a little bit too long. But hey, Aluka's there for the double kill with the nade. That's going to be the go button. Sib, the man you have to get past the stun is good for it. And hey, good enough to get those trades. Still, though, you need to pick up this device. They're a little bit slow to the jump. Selim is paranoid on this mini-map about the flank. He refuses to touch the objective.
Really, I mean, we're waiting for what? The perfect setup? We're waiting for a bit of a run? Possession now, Falcons. Backpedal away, absolutely. Kismet going to be that rear guard. Is anyone going to check mid? No. And that is a perfect spot to be found. Here we go. Looking towards the A goal. Kismet going to be the man poking forward. That reconnaissance by force has now been met by Ghosty, and he's out of the play. What will we do, Falcons? Don't want to backpedal too much. A death in that position could spell doom. Here we go.
They're making the pistol guy lead the charge. Fair enough. Selim will be on the minimap, paranoid, checking every single flank. It is all guns forward. Aluka for the first blood.
Yeah, haven't seen enough red dots. Oh my word, what a shot! And we're looking to keep this play going. Kiz off the 18-wheeler. There's the second.
Beautiful. Number 4's already set up for the reset. You can look for some of these spawn kills. You got one cross down low. Got to be worried about hole, maybe up top. Clean is terrified of the pinch.
Luca's on 11-3.
This is freaking me out, man. Honestly, he is freaking me out. His team has outslayed everybody.
And his feet are up.
And he refuses.
Kiz still fighting on. Cell diligently watching the flank. There's no one there. The paranoia. Sink it in. Did he get hit by a sight grenade? I thought we GA'd those. Work forward now for the Gentlemates. The first time we have seen them really get moving in the first half at all.
Aluka, though, absolutely slamming. 12-4 for the moment. Gentlemates looking to get geared up to grab this device, but the nade over the top is just going to slow it down. That is 3 more in the feed. Last man standing is going to be Joda Sieves, and at 4 and 10, not going to cut it. Falcons, well, don't quite get to fly, but they still have the pressure.
We've still got it now. Kiz, he was the man up front. That was your lead block. And again, with 2-0, with a minute 20 to play, this is still a terrifying prospect. You're not safe at all, Falcons. Do not park the bus. It's time to hit go. It's time to collect $200. Try to cap another goal.
I mean, in the kills column, though, they are still keeping it completely under control. One of the few moments where Gentlemates actually have the extra edge, and Joda Sieves is leaning towards the right side.
Not anymore.
Not pick it up quite yet, but they're still winning the gunfights. We just need that device control.
Yeah, it's just a bit scrappy. We're trying to make something happen here without any intel. The spawns are all over the place right now for the Falcons. They are happy to spread the map, and a big grab. Exited with the corner of the inside of Sauna. This could be a very nice moment. He's going to at least see them on the run. Aluka's got the wide. There's the first shot. Oh boy, Sib getting it done with a pistol. That helps a lot. Cell to middle. Could snuff the entire play out here. Sib going over to the A goal, waiting for the resupply and the reinforcements. He's doing it alone.
Needs some help. Number 7, Jodeci is going to be that reinforcement. Number 5 on the top side of the map. This has been a difficult stretch for either team to make too much progress. And Ghostie's just going to get traded out before he can make something happen. Well, there's 3 in the feed. Exted, no hesitation to pick up the objective. You love to see it. But as he falls, Sib just trying to get it out of dodge. We are retreating to our spawn.
Luca's going to try to hold some of these players back, but 5 seconds on the clock. We will be going to extra time. Selim, he must deny. The Jonah makes the push out here. That's just damage, no kill. The clock's still ticking. Joe fighting forward. Can the Genomates find at least one? Aluka yet again with the nades. Shoulder to shoulder on the outside of the goal. Here comes Ghosty. Here comes Ghosty. No! Wow. Only good for one. The pistol ends it all, and half-time blown. And objectively, I want to say, you know, inept game out of both teams, despite the goals.
No. Just selling for the Falcons. I mean, everybody else is doing what they can. Aluka has had just a monstrous first half, and that is incredible reaction time and responsiveness from both Exnit and Kismet for that final kill. Pinch could have been devastating, but they're very much sort of teed up and ready to go. And if anything, for criticizing the Falcons, maybe selling me, wanting him to touch the device more, you're still up 2-0. You are still in complete control of this map.
Yeah, right now, I mean, utterly dominant. Genomates have really not got anything going in the objective department. We're really trying to find some possession, but without a shadow of a doubt, Falcons are running gridlock. Look at Sil's KD. It's so nice.
He has 1 less death than Aluka in 13 less kills. He does have an overload score though, so
I mean that's well worth it. How's this one going to go? Well, Kids and Aluka, the frontline boys right now for the Falcons on the way forward. Pressure now. That was a good 3. Genomates, surely, lads, you get a chance here to get this done. Shenanigans for the first half. It was all the opening minute and a half, 2 minutes. That's really where the action was. Possession now for Ghosty. Can you make something happen? It's going to be Joe. Okay, Joe had to get something going there, and he does not.
Still, though, at least you have device control. Play it for the long term. You'd rather have this sort of situation rather than just attempting to pick it up off the bus. That is 3 Falcons players ironed up by the A zone in a slow creep and encroachment coming from the Genomates players straight through mid. The nade, though, is going to hurt. Aluka's nades have been on point.
Every map, nearly every situation. Joe finding something here. A quick grab and a sneaky run towards A has absolutely been shut down. Falcons are full strength now. EMP in the back pocket of Kismet. We're still worrying now about the Ghosty play on that flank, but he will play that a little slower. 2 members of the Genomates to deal with. Checking the corners, that's the day 1 spot. And Joe surely gets spotted out here. There's the trade. Oh, and there's another. Exit, that's the flank now, and Ghosty's NPC doesn't do a whole lot. Saved by Estriel.
He's keeping it alive. Keep in mind that device will reset in the next 6-7 seconds. The nade is good. Someone needs to collect it. Estriel, he's going to be doing it all.
Does get it. The assault now through the middle of the map. Can Joe buy some space this time? Damaging the Kiz. There's the good pickup from Ghosty. Still keeping the play alive.
1 man to beat.
Can Estriel do it with a pistol? He has got Sib to back him up. Sib is not pushing past. He's holding that middle lane. We're biding our time. And thankfully, they have it for now. What a nade.
Yeah, got to beat that extra wave.
X-Nid. Oh, he finds 2. Unbelievable. The last man's the carrier. And it's the knife from Aluka brought down. And that's going to be the counter-attack on for the Falcons.
And this is an easy call. You just fly forward. Maybe you're going to wait for Selim on the pinch. He's going to be at the bottom side of the map. Kismet has the cross. And if you are Falcons in this situation, you are in no hurry.
Yeah, this is absolutely a moment where you say, yep, I've got a thanks for the freebie. Couple more players here to deal with. Oh, Selim.
Beautiful.
Unbelievable work now to the B goal. Selim trying to get their pace forward. Kismet unable to break through the threshold. We're still trapped inside the sauna.
Well, another Luka nade. Good news, you have a trophy. Going to be able to stop that one. Nade's on the flip side, going to make the impact. Number 8 might have just found the timing on the pinch. Exnet's going to read that with the pistol. So Falcons doing a wonderful job of just controlling this section of the map. They don't need to overcommit. They just need to waste time.
Right now, not a problem at all. 4 in a row for Exned. Thinking about streaks. Luka, he's cooking. That's a dangerous opportunity though, saved by Celium. And now yet again, kills are good. Not able to quite muscle your way through like we've seen other teams do. No angles through the middle of the map. Luka's working on that for now. And here's the run. We're thinking about the A goal as well. Luka now on the furthest reaches of the map. This could be a goal.
Yeah, forcing the spawn out. He's got the deepest lane covered. His teammate's going to fill in everything behind it.
Oh, shots are fantastic. Good damage to the next man. Here we go, Kiz. Get down, Mr. President. Joseph deceives with a mighty nade. Celium keeps the back alley, a dangerous place. Falcons, they've still got one last lifeline here. Exned. And he might... Oh, Joe, what a save. Unbelievable.
Problem is, there's just no time. I mean, Falcons have just burnt 3 minutes off the clock with that device control. You have to score, and you have to score immediately.
Sib's trying. This could be it. Can we get it forward? Exned's got the middle of the map covered. The clock's still ticking. Estriel on a run. Here comes number 1. 40 seconds remaining. Middle of the map covered. Have the Genomates dug in for the win.
They're keeping up the spawn kills. Estriel's still going to be there in the back line. There's 1, there's 2. Number 3 in line, and you're going to look with 2 different people. They clear him out, but 28 seconds. You have device control. You're not in a huge hurry. You just got to make this clean.
Just has to happen once. Just to force extra time. There's the wind-up. The numbers are good for the Genomates. You've spread the Falcons thin. Shots from Ghosty. One more man! And the equalizer! With 5 seconds to spare. Unbelievable here on Gridlock. We go to overtime. The buzzer beaten.
A classic theme in any sport. Are you playing to win or are you playing not to lose? That advantage squandered. Falcons do a wonderful job controlling a device for 3 minutes in that round. Not quite able to get it through, and how about Joseph Deceivikas? That pistol kill, the incidental device pickup when he's right next to Exned for the gunfight. Well, he dishes out the hands. He converts that into a score, and they're good for 2. Sib inside of the opponent's spawns, goes on a tear, opens things up. Estriel, the follow-up, perfection. Genomates forcing the issue. The opportunity's here. Overload might be the decider in this series. For OT, let's go.
Into overtime we go. A single goal will set the time to beat. We swap sides after that. The team who sets it survive and win. Sometimes we can see some of these very, very decisive opening breaks that can result in goals. On Gridlock, not as easy to do that. But these players are the best in the world and they will continue to surprise. A lovely back and forth, the red and blue of the kill feed. Joe finally breaks the cycle.
Oh, he's made it out, picked up the device. That's exactly what you want. The nade, though. Gonna slow it down. You're getting the kills. Joe Deceives roaming next to the device, doesn't yet want to pick it up.
Oh, here we go. Sib, bought you another one. The man in the corner. Luka down. Ian Pino making its way forward, thinking about the A goal now as well. You're able to deny 1 or 2 of these players from the fight if you can get there fast enough. Easy win theirs. Won't wait for it. Sib trying to make something happen in the back line.
Oh, this might be the front
perfect line. 4. A perfect 4 man. For the Falcons, they've got a chance to smash towards A. Nades and stuns over the top. Exned not able to make anything happen on the flank. Still driving forward. Celium down. Sib's going to hold it, and that's another break. We could make a run now.
Listen, at these A zones, this is just counter cap on counter cap. This is such a delicate moment. Exned going to slow it down, and Joe, he wants that device. We're not going to force it through. Going back to the rap game. A slow approach in this first half. Sib good for 2. And we're running this through the middle of the map. This might be a cut to A.
We can cut to A. Here we go. Ghost is going to lead the charge. Makes safe the goal. Over the top, Sib. What a life he's had. And here it goes. 1 minute and 45 seconds to beat.
That's a decent pace. That is a decent pace indeed. now the situation, and maybe this is the sort of prime time against the Falcons, their unwillingness to pick up the device. In OT, you're going to be forced. Minute 45, you got to be quick about it. You can never afford to get four-man wiped. You can't even really afford to go 3 down. Opening break needs to be good. You got to cover these routes quickly.
If Gridlock's a kill-heavy capture map, you absolutely have to maintain those players down in order to cover ground with the EMP. You're looking at 2 waves of kills minimum for a capture here for the Falcons, and with scarcely enough time to get it done. This has to be magic.
And now, gentlemen, it's just mate. Keep away.
Joe's got a Hellstorm as well. It's going to take 6 seconds to call it in, and it is going to cause serious problems. And now might be the time, but you're worrying about the goals.
Oh, and number 4, Spredson's is going to drag Estriel off spawn back this direction, so you're a little bit out of the picture. Now they're going to be confused. Aluka gets the first blood. Gentlemen, they're down a man.
They're down a man. Aluka's finding it. Kids, though, waiting. Still has the EMP in the back pocket. The kills are good. The Gentlemen have survived for now. Celium, a stalwart of defense. The heels are dug in here in the sauna. He's not letting anything go. Reinforcements arriving. 1 minute to play.
Another first blood. They're fearful to commit.
Here comes the last chance. Aluka good for it. Exit trying to play it sensibly. Not a chance. Joe guns him. And it's not over yet.
Another 45 seconds to go.
Genomax now with the possession. They can effectively park it. Jodeci still with a Hellstorm. 35 to play.
So he's going to have pressure on the top side. Kismet has just found the route. The Bulldog might bark. The Bulldog might bark. He's behind him. Device is down. He's picked it up, and he's got 1 man to beat to send it home. And Estriel stops him in his tracks.
Estriel, the final few seconds. Genomates have done it. What a war on Gridlock. That was it. Your last lifeline. No extra time. Genomate's map win.
You playing to win, Miles, or are you playing not to lose? A little bit gun shy. They could have got that device out. Multiple opportunities for the 2v2. All of that hesitation just allows those Gentleman players to get back into the defensive positions. 2 separate goal line stops. This crowd nearly had a heart attack.
As good as it gets. What a dramatic game of Overload. That one really had it all. And an incredible amount of grit from the Gentlemates. The second half, finally able to get something going, and Estriel once again, the man of the moment. He really is a Lanimal. These plays, incredibly difficult to do against a strong defense that the Falcons were putting up. Again, an unusual game. It felt a little off. It felt, well, you keep saying they're not necessarily trying to get those scores. They weren't trying for the overloads. They were trying to just deny. And it hurt in the end.
Unreal. Estriel, 2 massive clutches on the defensive end. Unbelievable stuff. Great gunfight wins. The attacks and nades on point. Celebration here for the confidence.
All right, Lou, it's getting crazy in here. What's going down on the floor?
Thank you, boys. I am with the legendary Brox here at the STC Arena. Brox, how are the nerves here? Comment on fait pour gérer le stress? Enfin, qu'est-ce qui vient de se passer? Tu peux me raconter?
Le stress, on le gère pas, on se laisse submerger. Malheureusement, on n'a pas le contrôle sur la game, donc t'es obligé de vivre avec tes émotions, et les émotions dans ces moments-là, elles sont super fortes. Et qu'est-ce qui vient de se passer? On a décidé de jouer à 2 minutes de la fin et d'aller remporter cette game.
C'est ça aussi les grandes équipes, j'ai envie de te dire, yeah, you don't manage to control the nerves, you just have to live with it, and that's also what we love, and we've decided to play 2 minutes before the end of the game, and I'm so happy about it. Moi je voulais te demander, and I wanted to know what is so special about these 4 boys, about this roster that you put all your faith in them as a CEO. Pourquoi est-ce que tu crois en ce projet, en ces 4 rosters, toi en tant que CEO et ancien joueur?
Parce que c'est des joueurs déjà qui, en dehors du jeu, s'entendent extrêmement bien. Ils sont sur la même longueur d'onde, ils veulent la même chose, ils ont un mental prêt pour toute épreuve, et ils ont vraiment la dalle, et ils ont envie de montrer, de se prouver à eux-mêmes d'abord qu'ils peuvent aller chercher les meilleures équipes du monde et être parmi les meilleurs du monde.
Ouais, puis prouver à une salle qui est remplie aussi, qui sont peut-être l'une, si ce n'est la meilleure équipe du monde. So yeah, I think these boys just get along so well in and outside of the game. They're just four great human beings, and I put all my trust in them, of course, and they want to prove to themselves first that they can be one of the best teams in the world. And today has been marked by the shit talk. So I'm not gonna let you escape this one, Brooks. Which team do you really don't want to see lifting that EWC trophy? Because I know it stinged when Optic lifted your trophy in Paris a few months ago. Donc qui tu veux vraiment pas voir gagner cette EWC?
Bah là, t'es tombé sur Monsieur Trash Talk. Donc franchement, le WC, j'en ai rien à foutre. Je veux que personne gagne à part nous. Toutes les autres équipes, franchement, j'en ai rien à foutre. Je veux que ce soit Gentlemate et personne d'autre. Mais si je dois choisir une équipe en particulier, je dirais Falcons.
W answer, I don't care about the other teams. I just want my team to lift that trophy. But if I had to pick one, I don't want to see Optic lifting another trophy here in Paris. Last but not least, Brooks, the support here has been insane. Brooks, tu le sais, vous avez une arène pleine. Les gars, je vais vous demander d'écouter votre CEO, Brooks, qui va lâcher un chant ici à Paris. Vas-y.
Oh gentlemen, tous ensemble on chantera. Il ne cessera jamais.
Another hard point awaits us on the other side of this lovely song. Chance. We'll have to ask Andy and Ali what the lyrics are.
Whatever the lyrics are, best fans in competitive Call of Duty. The green suits, the gentlemen, they are out of control every event when they show up, and they've shown up to Spain. They will go international, and they have a party every time.
Every single time. With good reason. I mean, the boys are having a bit of a party right now. This is the Series KD overalls just so far. You know, 3 measly maps in. Gentlemen still need 2 for the win. Falcons lagging behind somewhat after that nail biter of an overt game. Welcome back, folks. We are almost ready to get ourselves into another hard point. And a calm gentlemen so far. I mean, this has been a nice look for them. Some hype moments indeed. The Falcons as well, after their victories, they get very, very energetic, but sensible coaching staff brings them right back down to that base level. We need to perform, boys. Get rid of that adrenaline dump. Get back to a solid baseline, because it's time to play a sake hard point.
Hardpoint's going to be the name of the game. Falcons had the edge in map number 1. It was a well-fought battle. Saw the team stats for the Gentlemates, an even spread across the board. No hard carries, no one costing. Off the rip, though, the stun. It's so damaging to Ghosty. Trades back and forth. Zib, good for 2. That's good to make sure that time is kept away. It'll be Gentlemates first to collect.
Barely. The old P1 Sake. Still proving to be an absolute nightmare. A few teams have mastered the sort of 20-30 second squirt, but at this point in time it's just chaos, including team kills. Really, something about this tournament, we have seen more team kills in impressive fashion, multis as well. And a couple of big ones here finally get the Falcons on time.
That glory is going to be earned. A lot of blood being spilled. That is one of the more neutral P1s you're going to see. That is over 40 seconds burned off the game clock. So a tough sell there. Only 13 points collected. Well, Falcons got the big 3. They had to hike across the map to get towards this P2. They are very successful. And finally, true time being collected.
This is separation in the scoreline at the very least. And look how far away the Gentlemates are being kept. This is a lovely bit of work. The back line now banged wide open. Big 2 out of Joe. That's going to be your attack now. Falcons closing ranks. The herd is being thinned indeed. That was a break, unbelievably clean.
Well, 30 seconds left, and this is a very delicate moment now, especially for the Falcons. How hard do you want to push to make this break? Because you got to be fearful about flipping out those spawns. I think Sib actually, opens it up at the right moment, nearly blocked it, and that's the sort of worst case scenario. You get broken, trade away 30 seconds, you're going to lose this rotation. Now, problem is, Sib is going to spawn out, so Falcons, you see how fast they are on the minimap. They're going to fight a 3v3 at the new time.
Over to Old Fortress Sake. And we got plenty of Falcons here to deal with. There's the contest. Joe trying to tatter them up on the way in. It's allowing Estriel and Ghostly to find those kills. And that is exactly what you want there. Ghostly with a lovely 2. Eyes across the map. And the forward position there that Sib tries to pick up. Again, all information. Now the boys can use.
They hold strong. This is a few different potential Hellstorm opportunities. Estriel and Joe Deceives each on a 4 spree. Estriel's collecting the time. That's a difficult gunfight win. Well, no Hellstorm, but for the hold, it's going to be good. Sib's going to fall, and Estriel in the feed. There you go. He's good for something extra. Can't quite get it, though, because it is Aluka, the kid, able to get 5.
That is the league change now for Team Falcons. Thinking about the new hardpoint, though, you still got the kid on a 5. Aluka still working towards that Hellstorm. As we know, on the next hardpoint, incredibly open. Very, very useful place to find them. And now with the Gentlemen in control, we'll see how they contempt this incredible onslaught here from the Falcons with a fly Saudi check-in.
Yo, is Art on me? Art. I'm telling you, we get shit. They're both one shot. Like, one shot, tree rock. One shot, there's 20 in the back. Nice, last guy in the back. Last guy, Luka. He's gotta be short steps, maybe. 40 play. I'm following the back. I'm walking front. One or two spawn out. One or two spawn out. I think Luka's in the back for sure. Give time now.
Luke, one side right.
I'm only my ticket. 2 ticket. 2 ticket. 2 ticket.
Luke in the back hiding.
2 ticket, 1 R, guys. 2 ticket, 1 R.
In the back hiding, nice. 3.
1 R.
You tell me Art again. He's close on Art. I think he dumped the kids.
Yeah, he did. I spawned in the back. I spawned in the back.
I'm waiting.
Exit, go, dead. I'm just living. I'm just walking.
Outer, Luka.
I'm
needing the tree.
I'm needing tree too.
Outer, tree rock. Coming in. They spawned out, by the way. Exit from you guys.
I'm talking tree rock short side.
Tree rock weak. No, we spawned out. We still spawned out. Inner, and tree rock.
One shot. He's on streak. He went middle quick.
Go new.
You watch out.
Yeah,
let's go low.
I didn't stun him P1. I'm trying to.
They're gonna beat us here, so just be aware.
Zig, cell, half HP.
One shot, cell.
Nice. It could be our window. I'm trying to check it.
I don't see this guy mid.
Window, 20 HP. He's gonna jump out. Bullet, kids.
20
HP window.
I respect. Under window, one shot under window, going barrels.
A painful moment. We got to hear everything in the listening. Ghosty knew that Aluka was in the back. Joe Deceives did not go hunting. They end up losing the time at Old, and now trying to break through the front on P3. SMG is good for the first few kills, and Aluka, the man to stop it. He's good for 2, staying alive, finally gonna fall, but just making it a mix fest. So difficult to survive.
Yeah, this is classic Falcons respawn. Starting to build that lead up, but that's the hardpoint break now for the Gentlemates. Again, good luck at Fun Boys. The breaks have been so solid from the Falcons. They retake these hardpoints very efficiently. And this is what you're looking at here on the defensive end. Lovely shots out of Estriel. That's a 14-15. Kills now on the map. Hit a 4 spree. Looking at the score streaks as well. Eyes on that Hellstorm. Devastating on Sake.
Estriel, he's having himself a series. He is having himself a tournament. Leading live with 15 kills, but Kismet is there to match him. A P1 where everybody is soaring and flying. Aluka, the man to collect the time.
Excellent catching these spawners out. Good luck getting in any sort of position. Then look at him dance around. Lethal in the close quarters battle. Kismet's Hellstorm now. That is certainly going to play a role in an upcoming hardpoint. Exnid. Finding these kills all across the map, and finally a P1 that is wonderfully profitable for the Falcons.
But look at that spawn. Well, Kismet's going to turn for it now, but you're never going to read it. You at least pick up the kill, and that made the minimap weird. That is incredible awareness out of Kismet in the Falcons. They have a 60-point lead.
P1 still in the hands of the Falcons. They have walked away with this one. Gentlemen is falling asleep at the wheel. Where have they gone? Celium, easy pickings. And the next man takes a couple of tags on his way out as well. 150 to 93. Gentlemates firmly on the back foot.
Holding the back line, though, is the Falcons. Cell's going to be playing the distant spot. Gentlemates, they sent 3 players on the pinch last go around to make this break. This time, well, it was 1 guy through the front, 2 through mid, 1 through depths, but Selling has the AR in this position.
Cell just holding the back of this rock. Damage, great. Information, great. Kills, massive. Frontline work, though, from Joe Deceives. Sublime. He breaks right through. Over the top, Kismet with the anti-air. 5 in a row yet again from the inside of the hardpoint.
Joe Deceives a little bit early on that re-chow, so now his teammates just gonna have to try to break this down without the extra man. Lose the first gunfight, lose the next, and Gentlemates right now collapsing on Sake. Falcons taking them to task.
You take that 2-piece, Joe can have it. Once again, Falcons so strong in the respawn, final 10 seconds. Going back over to the dreaded P3. and the Falcons are in position. It is Exnid roaming his way across the map, slicing the Gentlemates. What a fight from Sib.
Well, you want to play for these back spawns. Kismet knows his more important job just to stay alive. He's going back with his teammates. He's going to be following up Aluka, so he's difficult to track and going to get you some extra kills. Aluka back inside the time. 2.5 minutes already, all his.
Still holding on, man. Aluka, what a soak. Celium, still a very challenging kill to be found. Attempted break here, looking good so far for the Gentlemates. 30 seconds to play here. They will escape the 100-point mark, but right now that feels like a consolation prize. The Falcons indomitable here on the respawn.
And worth noting, an extremely rare feat to break 3 minutes of hill time. I think only achieved a handful of times in competitive Call of Duty history. Aluka knocking on the door, but a long way to go. On that rotation, Falcons will be there first, and it'll be Aluka, the man setting up a time, and that is his hotspot.
An opportunity here for the Gentlemates on the break. Aluka dug in deep. What a nade from Celium. That's a team nade. Unfortunate scenes. And now an open hardpoint. The race is on, and the Gentlemates trying to flood their way forward. Kismet now calling in the streak, electing to get it here. That could wipe those players off if there's no trophy.
One player's going to send it into Dojo. That's going to be Estriel. Yeah, met by the Hellstorm grenade. Puts Aluka back in his home.
Oh, slows down the main body of the missile. Celium. Once again on the outskirts, toe-to-toe with Estriel, brings him down. We are in firm position here for the win. Gentlemates must contest.
I think Celium just killing the vibe of the 3 minutes of hill time. All he's going to be doing. Joe Deceives, though, the multi-kill master, good for 2, but the follow-up from Exnid is the response. We are swinging the do-si-do on the rock. Kismet there, and Celium, well, he's got the nade spots locked in. Nice little chunk of scrap time there for the Falcons. They're going to be 15 seconds away from winning this map.
But this is not ideal situation to find yourselves in, Falcons. You have fallen by the wayside for quite some time here. Joe Deceives on the heat. Aluka now pressing forward. Wait, is this it? Have the tides finally shifted? Here's the flank is done. Eyes immediately forward for the spawners under a hail of gunfire. There was no way the Gentlemates make this. No one's getting close to time. Final few seconds for the win, and we're looking at a tied-up series.
This is sheer and utter dominance in the hard point. This Sake not remotely close. Dominance there for map 4.
Convincing beatdown. A few signs of life out of the Gentlemates there on Sake, but Falcons have got hardpoint in the bag.
I would argue the signs of life were Celium getting the team kill.
Yeah.
Trying to make a dent in Call of Duty history and not let the kid get that title. Either way, that is an extraordinarily efficient game through and through.
Yeah.
At this point in time, I mean, a 20-point gap between these two teams. When Falcons found the form, they never looked back. In the next jump for the highlights, you see them up 180 to 90.
Oh, man.
Just nothing they could do.
That's, again, you're truly being suffocated. I mean, just Kismet's POV in the air. At the end, you break 2 players on the hard point, you turn 180 immediately, and off the jump before you hit the ground, you light them up. Well, Chris, Falcons good at hard point.
Kismet looking like the bulldog we know and love, but how about the new guy, the German Rook, getting loud on the stage here. He's already got a top 3 finish at Champs. What can he do at EWC? Nameless, you said the Falcons can go the distance. In fact, you called them to win this series.
Yeah, I think that they can win this one. You know, the overload was a key. They end up losing that, but a nice bounce back there. And the last 3 maps in this series are the Falcons map picks, 5, 6, and 7. So definitive advantage for the Falcons going into the end.
Rosalie, let's talk a little bit about this hard point, because with all the slaying power, I expected this one to be a Gentlemates win. Where did things go wrong, and where did the Falcons find form? Because they won by over 100 points.
They just have way better teamwork when it comes to the HP right now, I think, than on the side of Gentlemates, and that's been kind of their story. Is hardpoint has not been strong. Falcons needed to capitalize on it, especially when you get a painful ending in that gridlock where you kind of feel like you should have won it not only once but twice in the OT. They're feeling the pressure, and that's why they came out swinging.
This place is jam-packed. I just ran into a legend, Ryan Hart, who is over at Tekken, and tells me they just wrapped up. What's going on with the Club Championship, Jenny?
Saturday is wrapped, which means that the action from both of your stages is done. HOK as well as Tekken 8 is now officially over for EWC 2026. Chris, I'm going to start with you because the expected winners didn't actually win.
No, I think it was always going to be really close between the two Chinese teams, but AJL did fall to Kwashiorkor Gaming in the end, which I think, Kwashiorkor Gaming were recent champions in their region up against the AJL. They beat them before. We knew it was going to be a close game. Went all the way to a game 7.
It did.
It was a banger, but realistically speaking, still not a bad result for AJL. A guaranteed 750 points. Pretty good day.
Yeah, and for AJL today was a very successful day because over on your stage for Tekken 8, Trav, that was 1,000 points, and now they're also eligible for that trophy.
Yeah, I mean, they might have stumbled at the last hurdle on your stage, but over in the Allianz Vault, they got through with flying colours, 5-0. It was one of the most convincing Tekken games we've seen all weekend. Is cleaned him out of there, and Lohai yet again getting another second place. DRX will get some points from that, but from there, obviously, Falcons dropping out early, Vitality dropping out early, Twisted Minds dropping out in the semi-finals. It gives AJL a real boost in that CC leaderboard.
It's also really important to highlight the journey that the AJL team took to get here because it was an LCQ qualification.
Exactly, like he's come all the way from the depths of LCQ, going all the way and just sweeping everybody through the finals. It was a really incredible performance and thoroughly deserved of that win.
Extra prize money for that as well. Nicely done.
Yeah, the Jafonso Award secured for that one as well for the individual players. So great day for AJL. Not so great of a day for Falcons, but of course, as everything progresses here over at EWC, we'll keep you updated, but that's it for today. See you tomorrow.
No pressure, Falcons, or anything, but AGAL are now qualified for the club championship. They are the top dogs, and they lead you by 550 points. Na'Vi very much still in the mix, as everyone still can earn plenty of points over the final 3 weeks. But dang, AGAL finding form this week. And Ant, did you hear that? A 5-0 thrashing in a final. Somebody on this stage did that once.
Yeah, sheesh. That puts a lot of pressure on Team Falcons now, Chris. Like, it's 2-2 in this series. They're relying on their COD team to do some damage. They got to turn up and beat the mates.
Now, of course, Bulldog was able to do that to Scrap a few years ago when the Subliners took out Ultra. This year, Bulldog is playing for the Falcons, and he was on the losing side of Game 3. So walk me through where the Gentlemates were starting to look good in this series.
Well, it was in the second half. I mean, that first half was all Falcons, at least when you focus specifically on the gridlock in map number 3.
Is it supposed to be one-sided like that, Ant? Like you struggle one side and then you really crush the second half?
Not usually. And honestly, Chris, they struggled for 9 minutes.
Right.
It was really just like the final minute. And we got to give a lot of credit, obviously, to Joe for winning this gunfight, but it was also Sib going on a massive streak. He was live for like a minute to clutch up.
And that's what we needed out of the ARs in this series, right? It feels like we're getting so much out of Estriel. We've always gotten so much out of Joe. Dan has had his moments, but this is what we wanted, the aggressive AR and Sib to be able to handle the pressure that the other side is putting on them. I mean, Celium and Aluka have been playing unbelievable this entire weekend. That was the worry going into this, is ARs needed to hang. And I feel like we saw a glimpse of it, but it's still not translating to the hard point.
It's been so fun to watch these guys when they find flow state. You heard Brox talking about the ceiling of Estriel, how he is an animal. He showcased his skill there, but it was Joey D's reaction at the end. Mr. Deceives getting fired up. He's going to have to match the intensity that we've seen from other teams. I feel like he is starting to find his form, but he just got silenced, or at least his teammates did, in the AR roles in that most recent game.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you think about the hard point, it's been a struggle for them. Early on, they won like the first 4 or 5 rotations, getting broken almost immediately. Like they could have took a commanding lead, and on that last rotation, you saw Falcons just settle in, and it's a 100-point game. So good thing for them is there are no hard points left in this series, and the Search and Destroy was dominant. Estriel's been on a roll there, looking to continue.
6-2 was a fry on raid. We're going to Gridlock next, and you just won Gridlock Overload. Is this a good map for you in Search?
I hate the double. You know, when there's 2 gridlocks in a series, you get a little nervous when you didn't win the first one, but they cinched it out in the end, so I'm hoping they take that, push it into this S&D, because clearly a lot of work has gone into that game mode heading into this weekend, and the way the Gentlemates have been the best one in the building.
Thank you all for tuning in to EWC. The action continues on the stage. Who's moving on to our semifinals? Take it away.
Thank you, Chris. Consider it taken. 2-2 in our series. All square. And thankfully no more hard points for the Gentlemates, but those S&Ds and overloads, they still feel like anyone's game.
Very interesting overload I think we're going to see before us. Gridlock is definitely S&D, I guess. We'll get there when we get there. Focus on the S&D for the time being. Overload didn't go their way, but you definitely had the Falcons that were in control for the majority of the game. Maybe Estriel, though, the man of the moment. The S&D KD on the tournament for this game mode is fantastic. Even better there in the map number 2. He was on pace to get 22 kills. If that had gone to a round 11, he was quite literally good for 2 every single round. Got to be on the lookout. Got to slow him down. That's a name when you're calming it. That is extra emphasis going to be coming through for the Falcons.
I think it's the sort of name you calm you like after he's already pieced you up. Ah, he's mid. Ah, damn. Ah, he's behind us.
Oh, it's 3.
Is he weak? No. He's behind us. Justice delivered. Well, we'll see how this all goes. But yeah, Search and Destroy on its way. Estriel, that guy. Falcons, though, again. No slouches in the mode. And Sib is back to his seat. I passed him on my return journey back to the desk. It's quite a long walk to the restrooms. He's raring to go now. It's time to get this party started. It's time to get map number 5 of this matchup underway.
And Sib, always a very fun player to watch in Search and Destroy. He's willing to do things with a sniper that most people do not dare try. I don't know if he'll get the battle. And Falcons, honestly, their S&D game at this point, to me, a bit of a mystery. Exodus has fulfilled every single role possible in this game mode. They're constantly adjusting the strategy, and they need to make the adjustment. They've yet to get an S&D win so far in this tournament. And of course, that map number 2, it was a beatdown. Did not go their way. I don't know how quickly the coaching staff can go toward these corrections. They're gonna have to dig deep very quick because 2 more S&Ds in this series. It's a necessity. They have to win at least one.
Gotta get at least one. Gotta get one and gotta pick up the overload if they can. SD Wiz Championships is no different here at the Esports World Cup. An absolute banger of a day of COD so far. And again, Phase Optic coming up after this. Not quite done yet. And that Sunday is going to be something. 3rd place matchup. Plenty of games still to be played. Well, we're almost ready to go, folks. There's something on stage. As the coaches are getting themselves just dialed in. And I saw a thumbs up there from old Clayster, a man who knows a thing or two about being on stage in a moment like this. And we should be good to go. The Genoese fans, their endless energy, their boundless enthusiasm for their team. Absolutely running. The mate gang sign, I'm with it. I'm with it.
Okay.
I'm with it.
Right on.
No, that was some good stuff. I was just about to whip out the time stone after those hands came up. Falcons ready to go. Genomates ready to go. Search and Destroy on the way.
It is, of course, known for a map like Gridlock. Clayster, extremely familiar with the Black Ops 4 maps. He's going to have some fun. He's going to be very well prepared for all the strats. I think we've seen all of the brand new spots. The hop checks by ice cream in through the grates. Hydra's ability to float, which maybe it's bad, maybe it's not.
I hope it's bad.
Fingers crossed.
That was a bad one.
You never know.
You do never know. Well, here we go, folks. This is what we do know. Game on. Game on. Oh, plenty of them in the middle of this map. A-bomb site. It's about to be a party. No trophies. Nothing but good times. And Sib. That's why they call him Mr. Fahrenheit. Because he's cooking. Joe, if you hit that corner. Oh, wow. Ghosty as well. This is about as good as it could possibly get right now for the Genomates. Estriel makes it a near impossible task for Kismet. How lost can he get in Sauna? The answer is no.
Damn near exactly how the raid started. Close to perfection on the round for Genomates. This time Kismet actually able to get a kill, but he was the only one. There was never a hope or a prayer for Falcons to win that round. Sib, instantaneous first blood. Ghosty there on the crossfire follow-up. Frankly, Genomates didn't even have to sweat for it. They just placed their reticles in the default spots. The kills fell into their laps.
I mean, Estriel's NPC looks like he's killing faster than most right now. Good for him. Attacking right now for the Genomates. Joe's going to have that bomb. And we're well spread across the map. And the Sib Sniper did find its mark in the previous round, so why wouldn't you run it back? Lucas nades are going to make their way over towards the 18-wheeler here. And again, what a stalemate. We are truly hoping for Sib to hit the shot first. Oh, good lord, he comes so close. That's the start of the play here for the Genomates.
Well, that smoke is a distraction. Interesting to see how the Falcons are going to fall for the bait or not at all. Celium holds strong by A.
And same in the previous Search and Destroy. They are not fooled by these tricks. They do not give up the formation until they have actionable intelligence. And That's actionable. That's 2 red dots to work with now. That was 2 NPCs. They think that's going to be the plant. Expecting the nades, if there are any left out, come over the top. There they are, yeah. So Joe managing to dodge them. Here's the smoke. This one's for real. Joe in the close corner. Instantly read by Kismet. First blood.
Hey, yo. That's that. Good for Kismet. 43, a nice shot, though.
Wow! Sib for 2. And the far left wing now wide open. Wait for it, a hit marker! Nonchalante with the round.
Don't miss, don't lose. S&D with the snipe. Seaborg has the hot hand.
Here's the replay on the jump. Unbelievable. Exnid takes that one. The pistol work there out of Ghosty. Bro thinks she's on the team.
She says we. She says I hope. Unreal.
nearly a full box of donuts for the Falcons there. An explosive second round. Fast plant here for the Falcons. Still trying to find something. And this play from Kiz, I mean, that information is outstanding. 1 kill, good enough. You've softened the blow. Here come the remaining mates.
I think Ghosty might be able to see Exnid by the bomb. Question is, can any of his teammates actually play off the intel? Well, Sully's going to get back down, and he's going to get dropped. Joe deceives, though. The trade is good. 2v2. You're surrounded, but just like that, Ghosty, last man standing, and just simply no time to work with. Falcons found an empty A bomb site. They get the plant. They get the round win. Ooh. And they get the final kill. Exnid drops them. Falcons on the board.
Really wanted the kills. That would have been a 6 spree. That would have been 6 in a row for him. So for Ghosty again, he might lose the round. But the idea of winning the war in the long run, an exciting prospect there again. Streaks on this map, we've seen it a few times in Search and Destroy. Very impressive indeed. But Falcons, great round.
Yeah, Aluga absolutely on point. Make sure you get those trades. Exnid, nice 2K round and the bomb plant. It's really just about making that quick decision. Bomb site seems open. Go for the quick plant. Don't waste any time. Gentlemate's looking for the response. This is 3 men towards A. 2 guys here on defense for the Falcons. And the first missed shot, I think Sib has had.
You back it up. A-bomb site completely vacated now. Falcons don't want any part of that. But again, it's Joe Deceives with the bomb back over towards that side. And Sib's position, again, this is a dangerous spot to be in. He does have a little bit of cover on the right-hand side. But with Joe here now, that's certainly going to help out. Falcons, very stagnant in the defense. Can Sib find the entry? Oh, they're going to line up. He'll take care of one. Aluka immediately springs to life. Finds a brace of kills, and Estriel dancing now. A lovely patient moment here for the Falcons. Information on as to where Estriel is, yes, and where the bomb has fallen. But he's grabbed it.
And Estriel also, he was originally an off-season grinder in Black Ops 4. He has more repetitions on this map, maybe than anyone in the world.
Now he's tagged up. Still has a nade to play with. There's one. Another man on the bomb immediately. Wait, he's going to check this one. Estriel. Estriel. What a play! The Lanimal takes the round.
And takes the breath out of their lungs. The Falcons' hearts in their throat. Estriel, he is so damn good.
That is really impressive work. The Falcons not identifying the bomb on the floor there. Estriel runs in, picks it up.
Let's fucking go!
Elation for the Genomax fans in that round. That felt all but lost. What a turnaround. Estriel now midfield. He will go relatively silently through towards the A bomb site. And look at this from the Genomates, entirely taking the forward positions. They've taken the forward corners. That is their bomb site.
Well, hey, this might be Sib's moment, though. This is a man to be feared.
Another miss. This one. Enough to cause some noise, enough to cause some problems. The connection there with the stun again, passing out intel. Here come the rest of the mates. And Sib from this position can cause serious damage. Another miss, but exited. He flies forward. Meets a whole world of trouble 3v3.
Well, Luca's got the spot, but this is the delicate position. Good tags, 2 on the outer lane, going for the chow. He's left weak, staying alive.
Down to his side up. Clock's starting to tick. Sib's got to make something happen. Joe pushes forward, last man Kiz, and it might be happening. We're defusing this bomb and it's over. Gentle mates. What an onslaught. Down a man. They don't start the trades well, but they finish it.
And 200 IQ from Joe to Sieves. Sib is taking all these pop shots he might be missing, but you expect the trades to roll through. Joe to Sieves just stands tall, gets the first blood, and Gentleman's had the timing down. You got to be fast. Important for that final kill to sort of swing that outer lane. Kismet going to be forced to slide out and chow the guy on bomb. That is a difficult moment to orchestrate. The comms for Gentlemates and S&D, they're on point.
So a donut here for Celium, no kills. We're looking at a very serious adaptation. It's not happening yet. The B-bomb still looking to be the target, and a sole defender in the form of Kismet is not going to do anyone any favors. So the Falcons outmanned and outgunned here.
So there's not playing back with a snipe. They're running this forward. They're going through the spawn.
We're looking at kills here. 1, 2, easy for Estriel. My word, the man upstairs dead as well. I mean, what kind of rounds are these? Gentlemates have just done a lap. Battered the Falcons down like recruit bots.
They're too smart. They're just too smart in search and destroy. This is sheer and utter dominance. Every play called confident and clean. Once you see that sniper making that move, yeah, you're ready for the aggression in Estriel. I mean, the only bullet he took was from a teammate.
It's pure gold from Estriel. What a pickup here on these two players down low. Well, map point for the Gentlemates. That will put them on match point. And it's a throwdown on the A bomb site. Hold on to your britches, we're going in. Estriel with smoke, and it's hideous. Sib on the flank, down a cell. And he is stuck between a rock and a hard place. And yeah, he's gone.
Call of Duty tradition, Celium, when he has the clutches, he can do it like no other. But in Black Ops 7, he doesn't have the sauce.
Sauceless, wiped. And another devastating search and destroy for the Falcons. Gentlemates, match point with an overload and an S&D to go.
And do you think there's any stress on these guys knowing that they can lose the overload? He got an S&D for that game 7. There is no fear for the Gentlemates.
My word. Well, the overload's coming up next. And it has been very, very confident gameplay. Estriel, not fake. Lovely creative signage here. Ghosty again, wonderful work there. Everything seriously working out here for the Gentlemates. Their search and destroy has gone from strength to strength to strength. Ample evidence here in this matchup. They have taken the Falcons to the cleaners every time.
God, yeah, you see Sid pull up the scoreboard with the EKIA, 9-3, and he's at the bottom. He's hitting the snipes, but you see a stat line like that, yeah, sheer and utter dominance. That shows 1v3, the standout round. What a wild thing for him to be the Black Ops 4 off-season grinder for an extra few years, and they add that map to the pool, just rubs his hands together, say, I've seen this 1,000 times. The clutch being the sort of extra emphasis, that dagger into the Falcons' heart.
I've been here before, he says. Well, excitement across the entire room as Gentlemates fans, they can sort of taste the victory now. Overload goes well in the first go. Search and destroy seemingly impossible to lose. I'm not counting those chickens before they have hatched, but still, Falcons right now, it is life support.
Well, yet to come to roost, but that MVP graphic we showed at the top of the series, it was a Celium versus Estriel battle. This series has proven it has not been close.
Not at all. Estriel has leveled up in an incredible way. What a career he has had. Always a player that, in signs of greatness, potential was always there. Those glimmers were bright and they were alluring for so many. And coach after coach must have considered, can we get him? Is it worth it for the players? Is it worth it for the team? My God, was it worth it for the general mates here? He has been something else.
And he was on, one of those guys sort of in the, the lower rung type rosters in this CDL, dancing in the bottom four, the occasional top 8, but a standout player for the team. I know the stat that really always stood out to me for Estriel is what is he like when he's playing against the top competition, the phases, the optics of the world, the thieves, when they have a good team going together. He always performs. You put him against the best and he delivers. He has earned his way to this spot, to this team situation. He has been clutch for him today. One map away from securing top 4, making it to Championship Sunday.
And he really has delivered against the best of the best. The major criticism of the Genomates coming into this matchup is they hadn't beaten a pro team here at the tournament. They fell. And now they're finding themselves in an incredibly comfortable position. The room is literally shaking. General Suits have got this place on its feet. And their team is now only one map away from a very, very big win. The Falcons, 3rd place at Champs. The honeymoon is certainly in question. A divorce unlikely. But they might be going home a touch early unless they can figure it out over the next 2.
I'd be very interested to read that separation agreement should they come to it.
There was no prenup.
Yeah. Off-season post Black Ops 7 is going to be one of the spiciest we have ever seen.
Ever. I mean, if you are thinking about, where your favorite player may wind up, this may be the greatest roster mania we ever see.
More diabolical stats. You got Dan Ghosty with a 3.25 KD, and he has 8 fewer kills than Estriel. That's no shade at Ghosty. That is just how special both of those players have been.
They're really wild. Very, very wild scenes. Genomates, well, that's to be that. Mayhem's going to get his headset back on. Joe will get himself set up as Ghosty returns to his seat now. That is a full Gentlemates roster. The entire team now ready to rock and roll. Highlight play there from Sib as well, that snipe round. Not an easy thing to do.
That's the tone.
That was electric, really electric stuff. Not to mention the hit marker. If he hits all 3, I mean, that's something. We've had a few perfect sort of ace sniper rounds. A boozer for FaZe early on in the year on Raid. A treat in the online play for us.
What is Shalante? Look at him.
Look at him.
He's evolving.
He can't help himself. It's brought a smile to many. There's a sign out there saying, give us a smile, Sid, which is kind of rude. But he gave it.
A little bit.
A little bit. A little bit.
Non-stop, these cats. Endless energy.
I'm not kidding, the cardio is fantastic.
And it's late night in Paris. It is 9:30 at night. Wouldn't see it looking at this crowd.
They know the job's not done yet.
No alcohol in venue?
No, not a drop. It's absolutely pure passion out of the Gentlemates fans. And we are now ready to go. I've just realized the stage is shaped like the key. That's cool. I like that. Shaped like the key. It's big triangle.
Saturday, man.
Big triangle. It is Saturday.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
We've done the camera drop-down shot.
Oh, I know that bit, but the stage, the actual stage itself.
I understand, but the overhead camera shot shows a little.
You sure?
Yes.
It's a triangle.
That is a shape with 3 sides.
Yeah, man.
It's nice isosceles.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. To Den, for the last game of Overload for one of these teams in the Black Ops 7 season. Let's make it one to remember. Falcons, nice kills. A 1v1 to the middle of the map, and Aluka's going to walk away with that one. The trades, they are furious. They are plentiful. And how the hell Ghosty got that, I'll never know.
Yeah, that's not. We've seen a couple of those wall bangs rolling through on this map. Maybe a ever so small, tiny evolution as the teams begin to adapt. While Exon on the pinch gets taken care of, it is all guns forward. And a little bit of paranoia for the Gentlemen. They're worried about the pinches. None of them are rolling through. It's actually going to be doubled up mid-cut. The Gentlemen can grab the device. You might be able to get out through mid, but the coverage is just not going to be there. Playing a little bit of TDM before we can hit that go button.
Solid kills. Just got to find that perfect window to grab it and get moving, and this might be it. Ghosty, perfect timing on the pressure now through lobby. That's lovely work. Kismet overextends. Desperately trying to keep those players out of dojo. Can Sid find another? The shots are there and not enough. He and Aluka go toe-to-toe. EMP is dropped.
Yeah, strong start out of Aluka, 5-2. Got the first blood. He'll take the device. Kismet, by the way, over towards couches.
Oh, he's out.
But do you really want to take the device this direction? Honestly, there's nowhere to go. Gentle Suits, or Gentle Mates, they've got everything covered.
Suits went quiet for a second there. They realized as well. So now, oh, you're getting the pressure. This is an early park that they don't want. An illegal parking job. You might be getting a ticket in the form of a goal against you. So coverage there from Celium. Lovely work. Esriel still trying to make the devious play happen. And now pressure from both sides. Dude, here comes the hit through dojo.
They're so turtle. This is so scary. Aluka finally a little bit of pressure to get out of dodge, but this is just a nervy sequence. And this is not long-term where you want this device.
They're making the best of a very bad situation so far. Lovely work with Aluka and Kismet here on the rooftops. You've got someone to worry about on the flank. Exton's got that. Nice one. But still, Celium, 5 spree good. Still players to deal with here. EMP moving forward. Corners all found here. We might be crossing over. This is not a bad idea because Kismet's in position by B. You've still held on. Team Falcons have somehow fought their way across the map.
This is the most day one route I've ever seen. Portal, does Aluka even have ammo at this point in his pistol?
He does.
Unbelievable.
Finally it comes to an end. Finally it's dropped. And the Falcons have been picked apart yet again. Dig in, try and survive the next wave.
Well, one of the most unique POVs we have. Well, something's good for it. 8-3 start. If you're a Falcons fan, you'll love to see that.
He's gonna leave an 8 there as a little parting gift for the next player who dares jump on top of that EMP. And now, Falcons try to regroup. No more staggered hits. Not worrying about any flanks or pinches. Yeah, actually Celium once again. Head on a swivel, still watching the rear so diligently. And we only know because of the mini-map, but that team kill might spell a bit of problem. A minute 40 on the clock. Still very few attempts.
Yeah, the team kills it. EWC gonna continue.
Yeah.
Esriel finally gets revenge for one of 10,000 teammates he's received from his AR duo. We're keeping it even. We're looking for the slang. Every kill gets traded out in a mere moment. Yeah, Exnid gets one. Jodecives gets the trade. Jodecives gets the kill. And he's able to slip the net. He's gotten underneath. So a little bit of pressure, a little bit of aggression, but nope, traded out. Of course, as they get 3 kills, Sid just needs to stop the device guy, and the shots are good.
I mean, that's good enough to slow the whole play down. A kill there would have been unbelievable. Numbers good. Oh, this is great from Aluka. Oh, this is fantastic. Jodecives ruins it. That's 3. Reinforcements there on A. The spawns are close. The option to cross over to B is there, but the Falcons have read that too.
Defensive shootout we're going to have in this one. Esriel just wants to play keep away. 2 players in the mid-cut. One more guy in front of him. Trade it out. It'll be the Falcons ball game.
Here we go. 35 on the clock, running out of time. No trophies to be seen as of yet, so the nades are going to be effective. There the trophies are. 2 of them at this point. And Cell, forward you go. Sib on the stairs. No mid-map pressure. 20 seconds. The Falcons have got to figure out a way through. 1 kill to start things off. In any direction, we'll take it. Exnid, caution to the wind. Throws his life away. You've 3v4 now on the ball.
Zion's just been living towards lockers. Yet to push forward. He's leaving it for Aluka.
Here we go, Aluka. The damage might already be dealt. The damage might already be dealt. 1 man left. Extra time. Got to check left. And it might be well and truly over. Half time finally blown. And Falcons find a way.
I mean, good God. That's like 80-85% device control there in favor of the Falcons. That is a long-term effort to make that happen, but they get it done. Even Celium's life, I mean, just alive towards lockers for a minute straight. Aluka ends up getting the kickstart for the sequence, but they're able to get the kills. That is patience and resolve from Kismet and the team. That's a 1-0 lead.
I'm really, impressed by the patience of Aluka there. That final push from the Genomates. That 4-man flood. And he was able to get the kill and the damage into the next man. Just enough to give you the advantage where you so sorely needed. The Genomates trying to take the round into their own hands, force that halftime whistle, but now second half is on. Falcons going into it with a 1 EMP lead, a single overload to their name after 5 minutes. What an effort.
Well, trophy down. Ezreal good for 1. Stun up top, gonna connect. No man's in broken. He can play for the spawners.
Well, Falcons spread out across the map, worrying about Ezreal. They don't know he's here as of yet. So let's go for a fly Saudi check-in.
Am I broken? He's left side couches. I'm Iron. And use the sword.
Yo, guys,
Have you. I'm coming because
He's stunned, he has tack. Yo, behind me. He's in Zig.
he's on B, bro. He's on B.
You have to play Porte now. Play Porte now.
I'm above, dead.
Nice shot.
Brian, short. You got shot, one shot.
Yeah, hi, I'm trying to Zig with you.
Go big guys.
Pinch me, catch this.
On me. Short. He's running. There's 2 3 wide. There's 3 wide. 2 6. Something there, nice. Zig,
one shot, Zig. Nice short. I stunned him short. He has tack. He's somewhere on our point.
Yo, 1 shot, man. Watch it. Awesome. Okay, watch it.
Can you wrap it? Yeah. Does someone help him catch us?
Yeah, I'm coming. Bring it to B2.
I'm running. Go DM on B.
B2 on me, weak. You guys get B2 with that. Nice.
BM.
Ghosty and Joe, missing Ghosty for a while.
Joe, 1 shot, both on point. Joe's 1 shot, they're nading on the point. No trope.
Did you bitches?
Somebody.
I never want to go on.
I'm going.
Close right. Watch it.
Ammo's open.
I just see him. They're coming.
Two there. Homer. Ammo 1 shot. He's pushing out.
I'm going left.
Yep, marked us.
Oh, guys.
They ran towards roofs.
I'm with you, right?
Ezreal drops the Moab out by the B zone. And now we're running across map yet again.
Yeah, you got Exnid struggling in this map. 11 and 22. Not able to get those trades, and now you're on the hunt to go and get that device. Ezreal has it in hand, not a ton of map space. We're wall hopping off of trees. We're seeing novel things. Ezreal, he is taking it slow.
Slow as you like, mate. He can do no wrong in this series, it feels like. Close left. Still to worry about. The Falcons are slowly peeling their way forward. Celium, lovely work with the M15s. Ezreal again, you do not want to back up too much. You are so close to the A goal. We could be looking at a possible cap here. A safe route found now through the middle of the map. And Sim, can't make anything happen. To the rooftops we go. Exnid on the other end.
This is just going to be one of the slowest paced overloads we have seen all year. Keeping the device near the spawn, all 4 players grouped up together, and Celium is pretty far out of the picture, so if you go fast enough, you'll have the extra men.
We're making something happen here. Exited on the corners. He's down low in the garage, and that's going to be the first kill. Trade's fantastic, and we're making something happen here. But the kills are on point. Kiers, good. We go wide, and there's the crossfire from Celium. He was out of the play for so long. The last man you needed, though. And now Exnid, beautiful shots with the NPC.
Yeah, made it back with the quickness, and yeah, Exnid losing track. He does not quite have the vision, looking to find his form.
Defensive masterclass with the nades. It is the lethals for both teams here. Possession will fall to the Genomates though. Low hand side of the map, but it's the Falcons with the kills. We could be looking at a counter cap.
That device, well, resets right next to where it was. There's no extra pressure. Yeah, Falcon's good for 2, but in the kill feed you see a trade rolling through. Gentleman's gonna be quick here on the pinch. Ezreal gonna shoot these players in the back. Ghosty good for 1. Player in the mid's gonna fall. Aluka dead. That's 3 for the Gentlemates.
We're on. Here we go. Sib, forward man, finding the first kill. A single to deal with in the goal room. And Celium, can he be more than a man right now? He's a god. What a nade! Now the counter-attack begins. 1 minute of the second half.
21 and 13. This is the man you want with the pistol in hand. He's got every teammate leading the charge.
Here we go. 2 through the lobby. 1 high, 1 low. Trying to clear out the B goal. Kismet playing it safe as well. The dojo now a dangerous place to be. It's a 1v1 on the B goal. Unless we can pull these players. Exnid trying to go big. The trade good, but Celium down. Gentlemates, 30 seconds.
They'll get the extra time if they need it. And the way this has gone, it was an OT in the first overload. The possibility to see it again. Ghosty is full wrapping through his spawn. This is a suffocating moment. Man. Difficult to deal with, and a cheeky Aluka, but Aluka's got to go because his teammates are falling. The low side lane is open. If anybody's ball game here, is gonna be the Gentlemates.
Oh no, 5 seconds. Kismet's got to slow him down. Can he find the kills? You've done just enough to buy a wall. Extra time. Well, we're going in to another overtime here in this series. Ezreal finds a window. No two-piece. The charge forward and the Falcons should hold. That was the last-ditch attempt. And another overtime in overload.
I mean, the lowest scoring game we may have had all year, if not tied for it. A delicate moment. The first capture in the first overload took 1:45. But for 2 scores in 10 minutes, I mean, if there's any map that breaks the record for the longest overload in the game, this has the potential.
It's very possible we do indeed go the distance on this one. 23 or 27 minutes, I forget. We'll try to block that one up my memory.
17?
No, the longest we did.
Yeah, it was like 17,
17? It was 20 or no, 17.
No, I can't go back.
Yeah, my therapist is trying to help me get rid of that one. Here we go, into overtime. Falcons, they're getting active. Kiz is already making the play towards A. His boys have got to win the mid-map gunfights, and if they do, you could be looking at that early score. Ezreal has absolutely ruined those plans. Outstanding work in the damage department, but now it all falls down to Ghosty. He has to dig in, and Falcons, this is control of the map so far.
I mean, Kismet from P2 to the low side of the map. Now his teammates filling in P2. No one's touching that device. Falcons have 4 players around it. Kismet will be the guy to pick it up. Kismet has been everywhere.
We're going indeed, and Ezreal throws the holiest of hand grenades. And now the counter-attack is on. A goal. Joe deceives. Ghosty over his shoulder. One last dive. And it's in. The Gentlemates have set the time. This is for the match.
Ezreal hit the 10 Hail Marys and an Our Father for that one. And the way this overload has gone, Falcons need those rosary beads to make this OT happen. So much pressure. This is your Black Ops 7 year on the line.
A few seconds shy of a minute is all the Falcons have. This is your year, this is your tournament. And they are making the most of it. Exnid, right down the middle.
I mean, this is open. They're going. And Exnid kills them all! Just like that, Saud sends us to map 7.
A final map in the series. And the venue has gone silent. What an unbelievable play.
And peep the scoreboard. He was 18 in 32 at the start of that OT round. Exnid, make no mistake about it, he has struggled in this series, struggled on the map, and he picks them apart to get his team that dub.
We wanted to find out what the Falcons were made of. We want to see what your year was like, and they will give us one more map. I'm not leaving, they said. You can't make me. Another Game 7 here.
And the Falcons, they knocked Gentlemates out of champs. You know Ghosty remembers it. You know the fans remember it. The Falcons have delivered them potentially to hell. They've delivered us now to a map number 7. They could crush this home crowd.
It's not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. Game 7 on its way. Overload will forever have a special place in my heart. And now to our pal Chris Bucket over on the studio.
Call of Duty, thank you for Overload. Falcons Gentlemates, thank you for 2 OTs, and what a ridiculous way to get to a Game 7. Rosalie, in overtime, you literally had to close your eyes. You could not watch. You were asking Nameless to tell you the play-by-play. In the end, I had to ask you what was happening. How did Exnid score so quickly? And it happened so fast. The fans are still shocked here in the venue. Can you break it down for us in slow motion?
Yeah, please give us this replay production. I mean, we are sending Black Ops 7 off with a bang.
Look at these reactions.
Yeah, I mean, everybody inside this venue, everyone stood up at the exact same time. A lot of fans disappointed, but they just get in behind. There's a gap in bottom server. We get a flank through. That's a two-piece. The score comes in under a minute. Like, you can't make up these types of plays.
Clutch.
Unbelievable OT that we're seeing in this series.
It's kind of awesome that we're back at EWC where we initially saw Exnid
Yeah.
with a breakout performance
Absolutely.
when he was on a terrible Falcon squad. Now he is soaring with some world champions. He's playing alongside Bulldog, and it reminds me of Bulldog where he's focused on objective first, slaying second. He's not playing for the numbers like he did his rookie year.
Yeah, 99 kids is what we like to call him, right? But it doesn't matter. He doesn't have to put numbers up like that when he has Exnid doing it. I love that you made that shout because the story of Exnid and watching him throughout the season, not only grow in the gunny, but grow just as a player in his decision making. That was a risky play to make in a situation like this. He took it, it pays off, and now they get to go all the way to a Game 7.
And they've clutched up in overtime, but let's talk a little bit about what happened in the search and destroy. Take me back to Gridlock for game number 5.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a masterclass out of the Gentlemates. These guys are operating on another level in search. It starts off, Sip finding a couple of snipes. Ghosty started off 5-0, but it's just the aggression. You know, these guys are so coordinated. Whenever Falcons decided to get aggressive over towards Showers, they would converge on them almost instantaneously. Sib would be coming in from the flank, and then the retake from Joe and Estriel always there. But the key play that we're all going to remember is this 1v3 out of Estriel. So much respect given from the Falcons, and he just guns the first two with the clutch up on the bomb.
It's kind of like when Mercules was given the opportunity 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So, Rosalie, when we get later in this tournament in a 1v3, do you start just charging the guy together?
A little bit. I mean, I just, at that point, like, you have to go for the third one. And Estriel clearly has been feeling it all weekend long. And so I think he's feeling on top of the world as far as confidence goes. And for Gentlemates, this is huge because their S&D has been so bad leading up to the last couple of weeks. I mean, you can see the absolute turnaround. I can't imagine the hours put into it, Ant.
I really can't see a world after what we've seen in these last two search and destroys where Falcons close the series out. I cannot. The way that Gentlemates are playing in search, it is another level. It looks just like the Paris Major when they went on that crazy streak, Chris.
And I know you've got a lot of love for the Falcons. We both love watching them, especially ascending with a rookie. But don't you think the best thing for Call of Duty would be if Joe Deceives came over to the Gentlemates and made it to a championship Sunday in Paris?
Listen, I love storylines, and you're one of the OGs at creating the best storylines in esports, Chris. But I think it'd be best if the best team wins. And right now, I do think that is Gentlemates. Their search is on another level, and they've been dominating it. They got to do it one more time in a Game 7.
Kismet has been bullied, 0.38 in search and destroy. Who's been the bully? Well, 1.5 from Joe Deceives. It could come down to those two legends.
Absolutely, it's going to come down to them. S&D's been unreal. We're going to have to see who comes on top.
Who's been more clutch? Well, only time will tell. For now, let's check in on the vibe. Lou, can you hear me?
Oh yes, I can barely hear you guys here as we're heading once again to Game 7.
The power of the Esports World Cup trophy. All of the teams competing here want to get their hands on it, and we're going all the way once again.
But Ian, we all know why everybody is here. Les gars, on sait tous pour qui vous êtes là, n'est-ce pas?
Team Falcons! You what? You're not here for Falcons?
Man, you've been waffling. Les gars, qui est là pour Gentlemates?
What about Team Falcons?
Les gars, justement, en parlant de Falcons, moi j'ai pas le droit de le dire sur stage, mais je vous ai entendu. Je crois que vous avez un chant pour Falcons.
Wait. Guys, what do you want to say to them?
Hey, I'm just gonna say one thing. Hey, we came here to France, not to lose. We came here to win. Falcons is on the top of the world. Let's go! Super Falcons, hey! Super Falcons, hey! Super Falcons, hey!
Hey, it might be a small pocket It might be a small pocket of fans, Lou, but they're loud. They're loud.
They're ready for it, Ian. You're right. Right before we get to Game 7, everyone, mesdames et messieurs, tous ensemble, s'il vous plaît, Ian, faites du bruit!
This matchup enough to freak out and utterly freak out the Trojans in the audience because it's so hoarse. My worst work ever. How about this one? You may as well call this crowd a stable because much hoarse. Seriously, it's not a dry throat in this room. It is insane. The screaming, the wailing, the neighing.
In the S&D, Estriel have turned the Falcons into glue. It has been the factory. He has formed them, and he is ready for war in this final map. The end of the Black Ops season, Black Ops 7 season for one of these two teams. The winner, well, an extra like 130 grand you throw in their pockets, cash, and obviously the opportunity to play on championships someday for even more.
Straight cash. To Den one last time. What a legendary time we truly have had here in Black Ops 7. And both of these squads storied in their own regards. And now for the last time we will regard a Den search and destroy between Team Falcons and the Generals.
Gotta be careful if you're Exnid. Well, they've just taken mid-map space. I mean, we're aggressive. We're getting some trades. We're dodging snipes. We got a 3v3, and for Gentlemen, everybody's in mid.
They may be in mid, but they are anything but mid in Search and Destroy. These lads have certainly, as the name has put it, been on another level. Exit. Wow! Ghosty lives. Bomb still in hand. Aluka and Kismet could not be further apart from each other, but Kismet might have found the timing to make his way on towards his players. My good God, Kiz, you got to get the kill there, mate. It's all going to well be in here, but you have to get the kill. Sid punches a hole. The Gentlemates flat him in the first round.
Absolutely exquisite teamwork for the Gentlemates. A little bit of luck there, I think, for that first kill for Ghosty on Exnid, but the shoulder, perfect. Oh. Great response, and well, the teammate ends up turning to be the bait. And then for Kismet, well, if he's shooting one player, he's shooting in three.
We said it with Black Ops 6. Omni movement would change the way that we play. It would make those shoulder plays so impressive. That was an incredible example of that.
And Ghosted, man, with a 3.0 KD plus in this series. Well, it starts off with the 3K. And sniper shot missed from Exit. We're going back to the old tricks.
We're letting it rip. We're letting it rip. Nades out. Plenty of Gentleman's players there by Dojo. But they are going to vacate. We're going to give some space up and work our way through the middle of the map. And that still is a dangerous spot to be for Exton. He can see that mid-cut from the side of 10 here. He can cause problems with that snipe still.
Good stun check.
This is it.
No man's in Dojo.
That's the problem. Problem number one, dealt with. Here comes Sib. Oh, the timing. Gets away with it.
Time is now on the Falcon side.
Wait for the smoke to clear. Close engagement here. Estriel fights his way forward. Joe goes over the top. Joe brought down 2v2. Sib now forward. And what a melee! Celium wins it.
Iron defense. Cell had maybe 2 or 3 different hardcore defensive clutches in the overload. Ended up helping get his team the win in the end. And Celium, good for it to be the final man standing in this round. Just the cleanup crew. Cell gave you 3.
Nice! Oh my fucking God!
Whoa! Language! R.I.P. that chair. R.I.P. that chair. Round 3.
Pristini's spirit lives on.
Zip. First blood.
We'll find Celium in the next round. Exnid about to deal with the entire team. Make no mistake, Saul could pop off in this moment.
Oh, look at this. Here comes the boom. Oh, what an exit. Little bit of love now on the reinforcement shop. He showed. Oh my God! What? Estriel to Kismet. The Genomates are not stopping here. It's a 2v1.
They should buff the NPC.
Yeah,
in
man.
the offseason.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah, said no one. Run, Kiz. Oh no! Kismet.
He's back.
It's back.
He's back. Not that it matters, because he's just going to plant the bomb on B.
1v1. Kismet! What a 1v3! What a legendary moment! He's ripped the Genomates into tatters!
Oh, God. I mean, Kismet, he lives for it. One of the best mentals in Call of Duty history. Estriel works some magic, and then Kismet just pulls the round out of the hat. I bet Ghosty wishes he had the NPC.
Oh my God!
Wow! Heartbreak.
You're serious? These 3 rounds in. Another. Kismet. Disgusting work, excellent this time.
I mean, from the heavens above, his prayers have been answered.
Cell.
Oh, we're tweaking.
Oh, we're tweaking. It's, oh dear. B-bomb plant, all good. 2 Gentlemates players left to go here. Sib and Joe Deceives. Together through the lobby, and they will run into Exnid, still with the Semtex to play. Here they come. Here they go. As Exnid tries to do it alone. Joe, a mountain ahead of him, and that mountain's name is Kismet. Can Joe survive this attack? Every corner possible, and he's finding the kills, but it's Kismet again.
That 1v3 might have broken him. Kismet might have just broken them down.
Look at that smile.
He knows it.
The Bulldog with a smile on his face. What a sensational nade. Ghosty, no man's land. There's no place for him. Here's on the final kill here, freebie. Falcons starting to wander towards that victory line. Attacking round now for the Gentlemates. Plenty of presence there in the middle of the map. See you later. Exnid Snipe's going to be denied that wonderfully placed smoke. B-bomb still going.
Exnid did swap out, so he's going to have a primary weapon. He's got the pinch. His teammates ready for this B stack. I think Gentlemates have sniffed out the pressure. They're swinging this around, going towards A. And as soon as they think about it, you got Falcons rotating the exact same way.
Exit changes corner at the wrong time. Absolutely flattened. Beautiful work there on the first blood with Kiz still upstairs. Are we going to double back? We are, but Kiz is going to see all of it. 2 players spotted out. They're going to commit to the push. Selim on the other side of it. And he lines up at least 1. Now to Aluka. Suppression successful. He has to retreat. 2v3.
Keep in mind, he's getting close to this Hellstorm.
God, he doesn't want to die. Kiz really doesn't want to drop here. It's a 1v2. And they've got an eye on this. They've not given up. Kismet. Oh! Genomates find. They find the round when it's starting to feel a little dangerous.
I love it too. Kismet dies and he just has a smile on his face. We are having fun in this Game 7.
And we'll see how it looked from the opposing team's perspective, but wow. Estriel, it's going to be the jump check, surely. They bide their time here. Wow, I mean, he was so close to one of them.
Bro.
If they were any closer, it could have been a pair. My word. Game 7 continuing. 3-2. Genomates looking for the equalizer here. Defensive posture towards B. Here's Bit once again, taking the game into his own hands.
Killed his former teammate. That's a free first blood. A wide open A-bomb site. Now Estriel's on a 4 spree, and his NPC has been something special. Can't count him out.
Falcons together. Genomates now on the slow approach towards the bomb site. Kismet from the window is going to see these players first. All bases are covered here. Falcons with the numbers and the guns up at the ready. It's going to be a massacre unless the trades are fantastic. An ideal start for Ghosty. Estriel, will he go high? No need. 2v2, 20 seconds to play.
His NPC is magic, can't count him out.
He goes to the rooftops. Exnid lying in wait, and the trap is set. Ghosty! Can't get it done, and the Falcons find another round.
Shuts that one down. Kismet gets that first blood, and the team executes after the fact a free bomb plant in a cheeky spot there on the rooftops. Exnid, but a pixel on his screen. The aggression through the middle of the map, and just perfectly played.
Small contingent, passionate Falcons fans there. A look towards them and the knowledge that 2 rounds are all they need. Bang! Sib connects again. Joseph joins him in the feed. Can he find a second kill here? Aluka traded out. That's the passion and the teamwork from the Gentlemates. Oh my.
Oh, here we go.
Here we
this
go.
Is Cellium, dude.
Wait a minute. Wait
this
a minute.
Is Cellium, dude.
Hold on. Hold your horses.
Bang!
A silver bullet for that monster. Right through the heart. All in a daze for the Seaborg.
A terrifying sight when Cellium gets that clutch kick going and Sib shuts it down. Can't let him get unleashed, and he just does it in such a unique way. Stands tall. He will chow every time. He lives and dies by the chow. Don't miss, don't lose.
4-3. A bomb site, Falcons. No hesitation. Under the watchful eye of Kismet, they dance across the rooftops. All over the bomb site. There's the plant. Coverage immaculate so far. Everything in their favor, and now the post-plant position.
This is about to be a battle.
Sib still with a boomstick. Massive damage, heavy tags. No one there to push through. It's going to be a late flank from Kismet, but for now under the smoke, we're going to have to see the Genomates breach the site with only their weapons. Trophy's gone. Sib. Whoa! A narrow miss. The trades are continuing on the site, and it's not going well for the Genomates. Oh, Joe! Devours a pair. 1v1. 10 seconds. Joe deceives. Falls prey to a classic corner by the Falcons.
That's the world champ resolve out of Kismet. The ice in his veins. He lives for the clutch. The Bulldog, there is never a moment where he isn't making a heads-up play.
Match point, Team Falcons. One more round. Somebody get Denz a chair, for God's sake. The hope starting to fade. The Genomates plan their search and destroy prowess failing them here when they needed it the most. It is not over yet. Nobody home here. We can get this one down with the Genomates. But again, the amount of respect being shown, it's the nades from the Falcons. No matter where they are on the map, they're still providing some form of influence. And now Aluka, traded out. Another late flank from Kismet. He has been so successful so far. Surely this one doesn't work out as well.
They're sending Kiz on a mission. The sooner you get the bomb down, the better. You wait too long, you're gonna end up in a pinch.
Falcons all over the map. They're still worrying about a mid-map run. Kismet checking all the flank. Estriel, this is the plant. Smoke through the middle of the map is enough to get it going, but Kiz will not have eyes on whatsoever from here, but he's made it through. That's the damage. Send in the Exnid.
These two are trapping them. I mean, they are completely trapped. They are all stuck by Dojo.
They've pushed back, but into Cellium. Into the jaws of Cellium. How much damage can he do? Can we encircle? Into Dojo. Kiz. goes right. Estriel wins the fight. And now Exnid on the flank. 1v1. Estriel fades away. And Exnid, he's done it. He says, wait a moment. He says, let me finish the job. And it's over. Falcons win. That is simply unbelievable. They did it at Champs. They do it here at the Esports World Cup. The gentlemates have fallen.
And take a look at Exnid on the main